We are back. We are back live on British Martin League channel, Wiggly Flat Thumbs, and welcome to Flaterday. Buckle in, relax, chill wax, because we are going to have a groovy time together. Relax, chill wax. If my audio does go funky, apparently it went funky towards the end of last week's live event. So if it does go funky, please give me a... There's my best witch, Cheryl. Hi, babe. Hippie Shake, thank you for linking my doodads. And Mel and everybody's in the house. This is going to be an epic night tonight. I'm just feeling my water. Epic, isn't it? Do you know why it's epic? Because of the uncultiness of our channel. That's what it is. I think it is. Because we just don't just keep all of our, we know every fucking thing. This is how the reality works. I'm going to keep repeating it over and over and never get anywhere with my journey. I'm just passing through and I'm just getting it, guys. I'm going through changes, maybe visible, maybe apparent. My vibration is definitely high vibration. High five to you all, because I notice, I be a guy, I notice in the realm just lately, be a guy. I'm going to be doing a hangout with him this month sometime over on RKX, be a guy. I've noticed this because I joined a sort of Cardiff Truthers group, so just local people on Facebook, and people were just pouring out their angst, which is great, for people to have. I'm not saying moan because they haven't got anyone else to talk to, but just the, just crying out for help in this time, and they're just haven't got the motivation. They're stuck in a rut. They're helping people and giving up and sacrificing their own lives. We've all been there. I've been there, and just don't see any light at the end of the tunnel. And it's a really sad thing, but you can give people hope and tell them that there is, more than just that. Life is about free will, and it's about, for me, I was a bit, I was quite happy to give up my time to help others because it made me feel fulfilled, and I would be the man if I hadn't done it. So it's all great. But this training that I'm doing, because I'm in training and I'm seeing the early stages of this, and I just know for a fact, okay, that this is what they know. Okay, they abuse this hack for reality to get themselves, I don't know, fame, squillions, and all of these things that mean nothing to us, really. Because it's all about us at the end of the day, people, isn't it? All of the bullshit aside, guys, YouTube is fact. It's taken a little while for the content providers in the truther community on YouTube to get it that we are basically just appeasing the analytical YouTube thing at the moment. Censored. I can't really say what we think, what we feel. Just tippy-toeing around, just to be able to get this put out in YouTube land. It is just all now nonsensical, plastic, fantastic crap on YouTube. That's what they want to just turn the money over. It's the same, It's just Hollywood's the same. They just run it the same way, don't they? YouTube. But I've been in this for 10 years, coming up to 10 years of, and I have viewed it all. I've been in the conspiracy field for 10 years. Sound glitchy? Okay, I'm getting it. What the fuck is that? Excuse me a second. Let me just mute my mic. What's that like now? 200 of you watching. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. What the fuck is wrong with my mic? I might have to just abandon this mic. 5 + 5. What's that mean? Simone says it's okay. Cat in the box. Okay. Seems okay now. Sounds better. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on that. I'm using a condenser microphone IP. Sounds great now. Okay, thanks, Mr. Razda Irie. As you can see, the telly behind me, that's actual dub music. I would love to play it, but I would get copyrighted. Now, this hack. I'm sure life coaches make billions on YouTube telling everybody what they already know, because you already know. All of you already know the answers. And all of you know the hack. You really do. And it's just incredible to me, that it's so simple, right in your face. And we don't do it all the time. But I'm learning to, navigate my mind in a proper nature and not waste my imagination on my thoughts on what they want me to waste my imagination on my thoughts on, and rather for things that I want to do, and I want to do truth in. So yeah, it was Halloween, wasn't it? Whatever. Anyway, so I'll give you an example, a good example of what I'm talking about, this hack, if you want to call it that, for reality. And it's this. Pep talks. Pep talks. You know what pep talks are? It's when the football team is doing really, really rubbish out on the football ground, and the manager comes in at halftime into the changing room, and he says, "You're all fat blobs. Get your shit together and believe you can win. This is the World Squillion Cup final." And then the men feel inspired by their pep talk, and they get out on the field and they do a little better, but they lose anyway. But a good example of this, I think, it was something I was quite inspired by, actually, funnily enough. And I do like inspiring stuff. And it was a movie adaptation of Henry V, the William Shakespeare play, if it was him, Shakespeare. And it's Henry V. Okay, he's got the English army in France, and they're fucked. I mean, they're just going to get fucking killed. They have got impossible odds, 15-1, the French, 15 times greater army. And they're like, it just seems so hopeless. But the king, the leader, who knows about this technology, which I'm sharing with you, he comes along and he gives them a pep talk. And he gives them a famous songs, a famous poem, if you like, or sonnet, or whatever this thing is. The speech. That's what it is. It's a speech of St. Crispin, because it was carried out on St. Crispin's Day. And there's one bit in it where all of these men seem hopelessly lost, okay? And he inspires them because he makes them believe. Belief is the killer of intellect, but he inspires them to know what they are, which is greater than what they're telling us. All powerful. And this is where we've been going wrong, you see. We've been giving our power away. I can't believe over the last 10 years how many people have come along to Flat Earth British channel who've been ex-cult members. Well, there's a thing to do, isn't it? Give your fucking power away to some other fucker who tells you that they know better, and they got the information, spliced it together the way that they want for their own fucking narcissistic cult. And that's a fact. Thankfully, when they come over to Flat Earth British shows, we're not dictating shit. We're just going through antiquity together. I really do doubt the shape of the earth. I don't believe it for a second what they're saying, and all of the other bullshit that they give us. The fact is, well, we give our energy away, and they take it willfully. They're happy to take it because they're energy vampires, and this is how we fuel them. Take that energy away from them, what do you think will happen? Oh, who could destroy my beautiful wickedness? They will shrivel up and they will fucking die, is what will happen, because everybody is just doing it all through consent, and they don't have to do any of it, really, because if you're a good person and you're not like, criminal mentality or a bad person in any way, then you haven't got an issue, have you? And let's be honest, the people that are criminals and do that bad things in this place, is because of social engineering, and just a lot of them are just trying to fucking survive, aren't they? And there's these things that eat away at the construct, things like drug addiction, which are really, really bad for everybody involved. Squirrel Sniper, thank you for them pictures you sent me on Facebook. I'll show them in my images of the day later. So yeah, pep talks. If you think of like placebo effects, you know, that people can cure themselves of unbelievable illnesses. I remember Michael Talbot, the guy who talked about holographic universe principle back in 1991 and died a little time later, unusually. But he talked about this principle of the, you know, belief system being that powerful, or where this powerful, and they hijack it, that people were given a placebo to fight a illness, a bad illness beginning with C, and then it would just disperse and disappear. And then they would read something in a medical journal that was saying, oh, no, this drug was not doing anything. And then the disease would come back. Only this guy on the third time of just like, oh, right, no, I know this drug is working, and it all disappears and he's completely cured. Now, that was on a placebo. So who's doing it? He is doing it. That's how powerful we are. Leaders, I'll put them on the right node, the right coordinate, and leaders, oh, well, they can, you know, control nations with their words. Adolf Hitler did it. He got it down to a T with the words, and the way, you know, he went to theatrical school to learn how to, you know, to be able to public speak, and he won the people over the hearts and the minds, which is again what Henry V done with his people, his men. He said this to them to, you know, to bring them together, and he said basically, if we're going to die, guys, don't worry about it, because they will talk about us forever till the end of the world, the heroes that we are. And the men were like, yeah, fuck yeah. Yeah, man, fuck yeah. That's unbelievable. He said, be in their flowing cups, fresh and remembereth. This story shall be good men teach his son. On Crispin's day shall never go by, from this day to the end of the world. But we shall be remembered, us few, us happy few, us band of brothers. I don't think there was any chicks going on in Henry V's army. So that's how he got him to, you know, go and basically win the battle, 15-1, apparently, for the Battle of Cresby as well. They were amazingly outnumbered. How do these unbelievable miracles happen? Because it's us. It's us that's doing it. Now, can you imagine what would happen if everybody overstood this and everyone started practicing it in this place? Oh, you can still, this is the argument is at the moment is people just don't want to give up their lifestyles. They're happy to continue to pay their mortgage and everything else. You don't want the wife divorcing you, exactly, you know, etc. So they have to go through the motions of the construct. Yes, that and all of the taxes. There's two things that are certainty, as you know, in this realm. That is taxes and death. So they tell us. Well, somebody quite knowledgeable once told us. But it's us. We're that powerful. And if we just focus our intent, the world is our oyster. The world is our oyster. It depends on what you want, though. You know, people use this for, I've seen it, you know, in action in, you know, some of these Hollywood people. And they may have money and stuff, but their lives aren't worth a pint of piss, are they? Because they're always a bitch for somebody, and they got to do this and do that, and have somebody actually telling them what to do. Sounds horrible. Anyway, let's give you a few shouts now. So what we're going to be talking about today, okay, redirecting my thoughts now, is domes. The reason I'm going on about domes is because I was watching a video that prompted me. I don't watch much YouTube, but this one struck me because of the title, and it was an interview with Stephen Fry, the British comedian out of Blackadder. Stephen Fry, talking in an interview, and he was saying how Elon Musk is planning, to go to Mars, because this place is royally fucked, doomed, was his exact words. Well, I was like, well, yeah, so he's not going to Mars. He's not even getting out there because nothing can get high enough. There seems to be a barrier, doesn't there? But the fact still remains, these videos that are going out of SpaceX, they're bullshit. There's been loads of the flat earthers that have pulled them apart, where people are holding up their devices to watch the rockets go off, and there's nothing on their devices. It's all just green screens and bullshit. But the fact still remains, I got footage of SpaceX and Elon Musk's rockets going up into what looks like some sort of barrier. Now, back in 1962, there was Operation Fishbowl. Unusual name, isn't it? Fishbowl, like two lost souls swimming in a fishbowl year after year. And the idea was they were going to do nuclear testing in space. But there's no space up there, to my mind. I don't think vacuum as a space could actually exist up there. It seems an impossibility to me. But they were, and there is footage, firing rockets up to whatever was up there and exploding them. So I don't really think, there's not much evidence or any direct evidence outside of 1945 in Japan for nuclear weapons. But Tokyo looked a fuck ton worse, and there was just a firestorm on that. So make your own minds up whether you think they exist or not. I really do not think so. I'd hate to be proved wrong, but I don't even mind being proved wrong at this stage of the game, because guess who does the resets? So the blame game, isn't it? It's it's the Phoenicians, isn't it? They're outworld, or they're above, maybe, because I do think that this is what we're going to look into, actually, that there may be more going on, not actually extraterrestrials, extra land out there as well, but like in the Truman Show, there's a man living in the moon. But we're not going to say that. We're going to say that there's an ocean above, the Tartarian Ocean, and more going on, and they hit it. GeoShift put a video maybe 8 years ago of a rocket ship going up, and it just it's got a camera on the front, and it just constantine where it hit something. So I'm going to offer some evidence for what I think's going on, and a load of videos and a load of pictures. There's going to be hundreds of images shared, and things from antiquity, mud flood later on, juicy mud flood, and everything else under the sun. And so where I got my decodes today, okay, which is somewhere I like to get my decodes from, is contemporary music and the Tavistock Institute tell us everything that we need to know about this place. And some of the main Tavistock players, some of the big names, they don't know how this place works, and they didn't write their lyrics. They're just not. It's taken me like a lifetime to get this far, and then like some of these are teenagers when the bands start off. I really just don't fucking think so. So like people like Mick Jagger, for example. So thank you for Smo Willowbrook for agreeing with me. So some of the main players, they tell us exactly how this place works, and we're going to go through that, and we're going to go through some of the suggestions, okay, of what we think. But pep talks are a good thing. So I'm going to do a pep talk. I'm going to say that strive to be happy. Avoid loud and vexatious people. They are hazardous to the soul. This is the Desiderata, by the way. But like the author is unknown, so I'm just throwing it out there. But the Desiderata is bang on, man. If you live your life by the words of the Desiderata, you've nailed it. And I have been anyway, so there's that. Above all, be kind, there's that one. I'm on. Chocolate milkshake. So yeah, I was going to do a Halloween bash. Got a little mask up by there and just do like. But to be honest with you, it's days ago now, and they're going to have fireworks like 2 days. People over the back over there, they got Christmas decorations up. It's not even fucking November the 5th, yeah, and they got Christmas decorations. The whole yard is put up with Santas and stuff. It's a bit early, but you know, it's all part of the cult, isn't it? Everything's a cult. I was watching on your earlier. I'm really just totally blown away, yeah, by this band, Danish Norwegian band called Healing, which is healing in Danish. And they're a fantastic folk sort of rock thing. It's hard to even express what they are, really. But again, I watched a few videos, and they are a proper cult. Yeah, man, they got members, and they're like, don't, you know, just don't even say anything. Don't bring up movie stars that starred in Top Gun, for example, on YouTube. Things like that. There's certain things you cannot say because the tiny hats don't like it. They don't like anything, do they? They actually do suck. They do suck. They got no fun whatsoever. They got no fucking imagination. Jeez. As content providers, which provides all the juice for the fucking mainstream. They don't have anything. Oh, give Graham Hancock a new series now. What is it? Asian fucking archaeology or whatever it is. Oh, fuck me. It's like watching a pissed down, watered down version of me 10 fucking years ago. I don't know. They need to keep the fuck up, don't they? I don't watch that channel, Milwaukee Woofy. I don't know. I only like if they're never in the community and you never ever see them or you never know their face or anything. It's just me because of the nature of the beast, literally, and the game. I mean, you know, talking about truthy matters that you know may not be wanted to be talked about, especially what I do talk about, which is everything. Poor mic quality. Oh, what a fucking wank. Okay, give me a second. Okay, well, that's a completely different microphone. I'm trying. I just unplugged that. Don't know what it's going to be like. It's fine. Well, I just unplugged it now. Oh, there you are. Can't have it all. Thank you, Bob Sykes, my epic brother. Anyway, Wiggly Flat Thumbs. Yeah, that condenser. I don't know why that's fucking playing up. It was playing up last week. I think I just switched microphones again. We do what we can. Okay, we've got no production company here. It's flat Earth British, and we like it this way as well. The envy of YouTube. So, let's get a huge joke in. I'm a little giggle. All hail the flying spaghetti monster. What was it? Pastafari. It was better before. Oh, for fuck's sake! This is what am I supposed to do? Bear with me. Oh, fucking hell. I'm a disaster with this fucking thing today. Hey-ho, hey-ho. Oh, fucking hell. Excuse my language. Stick with me. Don't run away. There you are. I got this back on. Hell. Fuck, fuckity, fuck. Anyway, thanks, Nora. It was better before. I don't even know if I'm coming through now. It's all fucking shit. Anyway, ignore the last. Anyway, thanks, Nora. It was better before. Seems a bit blurry. Okay. YouTube at its best. That's what you get. That's what you get. Thanks, Dragon Sage. Let me know if it's I've broke out in a sweat now because of fucking YouTube fucked upness. Excuse my language as well, but you know, whatever. The original mic was best. It's fixed then, so sounds great. Okay then. I don't know if I just went through all of that for nothing. That might have been me doing that. Max, good to see me. Good to see me. Oh, where did that go? Maximus. Oh no, man. RSO, awesome. Okay, well, if you do, we're sending love to you, Maximus. Stay epic. That's what got you through. Faces of death. Shit gonna happen. It doesn't matter. Look at me. Look at this face. It's only YouTube at the end of the day. Okay, need the raw like that, Matt. You do. It's so you know, like, if you watch him, like, this is live as well. Nothing on YouTube lives goes to Acid Cube. Good to see you. Thank you, Morgan. Fucking hell. We got there at last. At long last. Marianne's in the house. Linda Tom's in the house. Okay. While I unruffle myself, because I got a bit fluffed up there. My name today is Hair Flick. Marticus von der Furs. Okay, so that's me. It's only a rumor, it's not true. Might be true. I might have guffed once, but I'm not known for it. Not a famous guffer, actually. Never smelled either. Like the Cream Mother. Lizard Lounge. Radio, hey, good to see you. Maximus. Oh, pumpkins. Yeah, I got a little pumpkin over there, lit up one, but I actually don't really like the substance. I had some pumpkin bread and was like, well, she's dry and nasty. I'm going to need a fucking cup of coffee to get this taste out of my mouth now. That's just me. Pumpkin's not for everyone, guys. People got different tastes. I can't eat rhubarb. Okay? Rhubarb is gnarly to me. No Fly Zone. I love Wales. I love Wales too. It's an awesome little country. But shh, don't tell everyone. They don't want to come here. Okay. Nah, you're all welcome. Move in. All of you move in. Move in at the back. We can. That's another thing cults do. They say, oh, we need to all get a place and all live together. And then you get some crazy fuck then trying to be boss of God because you know better than everyone else and tells you what to do with your life. Yeah. Mostly give them money. Yeah, fuck that shit. Yeah, that's just giving your power away to some prick. Yeah, if I knew of something like that going on, I'd literally pull the cult leader and say, well, I really would, because that's just not good. Because they're taking advantage of people who are like trusting and oh man, I feel really like this really resonates with me, man. And, and some new agey stuff fucking squirted on top, and they'll be like, oh yeah, man, literally born again person. I feel really bad now. So start people. Anyway, but that's the nature of the beast. Now we're only like how many years into the internet? It's all new to us, isn't it? I'm still in 1980s mentality in my head. I'm still going down the telephone box with a 2p piece for a phone call. Nah. But that's what we used to do. I noticed I seen a video the other day of a load of New Yorkers, young people, have turned their back on social networking, turned their back on the internet, and just want to go out and do things in nature. And hopefully that's where it's going, because this thing is a curse. It's a blessing because of this and what we can do. But it is a curse because it's where it's bitch. Wake up, do this, do that, can't buy this, can't buy that. And cash is king, man. It's just they're killing that. So obviously if they pull the plug on the internet and the ATM machines, everyone hasn't got cash ready for food and stuff. It'll go to shit in days. They can do that, no problem. Not that I'm just putting that out there that they could do. I'm just telling you that there's this thing, the Black Mirror, with all its icky weirdness, and everything's a bit tainted, like, isn't it? It's like everything is a bit fucking fucked up. It's like, yeah, is that okay? I don't think that's okay. With all of it, but that's just me. I can't. I put this off now. I watch a film, like I watched that Megan Fox, Jennifer's Body. I don't watch a lot of dark films, but I can't believe for 1 second Megan Fox is a dude. Have you seen her in that film? I don't fucking think so. Just I would argue that point. Well, it was 20 years ago, but no, I don't think so. I don't think so. Anyway, it's a good little movie, though, isn't it? You should be reading emails and like blogs. So 423 of you, right? Let's get stuck into some juice, shall we? And see how this goes. So we're going to look at Decodes from contemporary music about what this place is. Now, they do say, before let me just check this out there, 2 seconds. They do say, okay, that there is no way out of here. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the thief. It's too much confusion. We need to get some relief. Yeah, no fucking shit. They wanted to get out, and there's other songs that tell you can't really get out. Like the Eagles, Hotel California. Well, you can check out anytime you want, but you can never leave. It's like, oh, fucking hell, that don't sound too good, does it? It's like, so there's only here, is there? So where's all the elites and all of the billionaires hang out then? They'll do their weird thing going on, where they feed off of us, the people that they really couldn't give a fucking shit for. That's another thing that gets me with this, guys, is we say, okay, we consent and we'll do all of that and we'll do this life and this paradigm when we know what they do, what cult they got going on, and what they do with their cult, and how they treat human beings, and all of the drugs and all of the bad things that happen in society is all down to them. That's how they bleed on us. Yet we say, yeah, okay. So we're all being like, well, it's not even Stockholm syndrome, is it? It's like we just got to, if the shit fits, wear it. We ain't got a fucking choice, have we? So a lot of people are like, I can't even tell you how many videos I've seen about people running away from the UK. Can't stand here. For the older British people, it's really fucking hard. It is hard for me, being child of the 60s, to see hardly any British people left in the country. It's a heartbreaker, but we have to adopt change. It's not ours, apparently, and any of our cultural heritage and who we are and our belonging can fuck off out the window because it was fake anyway. They know how this place works. They definitely know how this place works. We need to step into our own power, all of us together, and never doubt that this is what we are, because this is what we are, guys. I'm living proof. You've been watching me for 10 fucking years. How many transformations have you guys seen me? Squirrel Sniper been here since the beginning. Sting murder by numbers. Sting, he was born on the same day as me. October the 2nd, but he's a pussy. They're all pussies. All of these metal bands, all of these fucking things, they're all doing this act, and they're doing it for the man, and everyone in the crowd's just doing the, tossing up the horns and riding with it. They don't even know what they're fucking doing. They don't even know what they're doing. It is just, I don't know if it's willful ignorance or it's just, no, ignorance is not this. It's just, that is what they do to people. That is how they control their minds to that extent. It's creepy. It's horrible. But anyway, it's where you put your intent, isn't it? It's where you put your focus. Remember that. That's what we're doing. So we're going to get into some juice. Please make sure to... excuse me for the funky volume. If I do get any difficulties, don't bother telling me. We'll manage. We usually do. It's Britain, innit? It's fucking Keith Robinson. We just manage. Look at us. We built a fucking empire. Where's it gone? Doesn't even matter. So, those definite Tavistock Institute biggies, aren't they? Jim Morrison's dad is a naval, a naval admiral, for fuck's sake. So he's a rich kid. Dad, can I be a rock star? Yes, okay, son. Dad, can you get me a music contract? Yes, okay, son. I'll pull some strings in government for you. But their lyrics, they know too much. The End, LA Woman, there's so many tracks which have got an underlying theme. This is one of them. The day destroys the night divides the day. Okay, well, that's not very far earthy. Try to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side. Okay, well, going on that lyric alone, this is nothing to do with what the name of the doors of perception, Aldous Huxley's book, which is where they got the title of the doors. So they're not talking about the journey within a journey into the spiritual realm. They're talking about a physical experience somewhere else. Break on through to the other side of where then. Chased out pleasures here, dug out treasures there. And he's talking from the perspective of is what he's doing. And this is what all of them are doing. They're talking about this paradigm from the perspective of the Phoenicians is what they're doing. But he knows too much. But I find that really interesting that they say break on through to the other side. The other side of what? Well, maybe Elon Musk. He's just like, he's got his SpaceX going on and he seems to be investing or spending, insane amounts of money. Okay, this is what's getting me, and this is my point. He's spending insane amounts of money doing fuck all because nothing's going to get up high enough. They can't get up high enough to take a photograph of. They can't get up high enough. There's a barrier. What some say is the firmament or the dome. So what is he spending all the money on exactly? Is it a possibility that the elites, like they were trying to do in 1962, like the Tower of Babel was trying to do, to break on through to the other side because they know? And I think that there's a part, the center part of the dome. Okay, the center part of the dome. If you imagine the dome of a building, I'll show you some examples in a minute. They got a tower or a nipple, if you like. Okay, this could be the spin chi energy, but I think it's representative of what they're trying to do and have always tried to do because they know a reset is coming. Here it comes. Now, if you look at a speedboat from underwater, it looks exactly like that. If you look at a speedboat from above, it looks exactly like that. This looks like it's in a fluid medium. Now watch this. It's hitting something. There's a separation. Okay, apparently it's not what NASA are doing, is 18 million a day and then dumping their rockets in the Bermuda Triangle. This is different. He's apparently landing them for a second, but this is going through a fluid medium. He's in the water. Is it that there's a path that you can get through to, like, Enoch said, there's windows in firmament? Is it that they can get through? Maybe it's not up there laterally, or is as well, but maybe the kingdom of heaven is up there. They're always pointing up there. They're always telling you it's up there. Where's God? Where's the gods? Where's Mount Olympus? Where's the power? Where is it? Everyone points up. So that looks exactly like fluidical action and nothing to do with what is air. Could be air to me is fluid. 80 million a day, Mark, NASA, on what exactly? So they're doing something with the money, aren't they? They're doing something with the money. It can't be all just black projects, digging bunkers in Antarctica for elites to bug out. A lot of elites that they say are going down to Patagonia and Tasmania and New Zealand, ready to get down there when chicken things like that. See, we can't verify any of that's true. That's just words on the internet. That could be just a misnomer to keep us off what's really going on. And they could be like Kennedy. Yeah, Kennedy seemed like a good man, but he still pushed the nuclear bullshit to scare people into, the Cold War. He pushed with that, guys. Yeah, and the space program. We're going to put men on the moon. Okay, we haven't got no technology or any money, but we're going to put men on the moon. Here we go. Here's another. Poof, poof, poof. Water. It's hitting something, guys. It's hitting something. Let's watch out again. It's almost like it's breaking through to the other side. I'm just chucking it out there. I'm just wondering why all this money, it makes no sense. Here's Operation Fishbowl. The Rainbow Bombs. Interesting title, isn't it? Operation Fishbowl for nuclear tests in 1952. Just watch a little tiny bit of this. It seems insane to do because they said at the time that it could ignite the entire Earth's atmosphere where everyone would burn to death. But it didn't seem to worry them at the time because obviously it was not what they said it was. I just shrinked all the hairs up my nose. It smells like burnt hair. So yeah, Rainbow Bombs. So yeah, so he had a go. JFK exploding what they call rainbow bombs in the sky to bust through. Okay, well, 80% apparently the world's population. I doubt this though. Did you know if there are these amount of billions, which I doubt? Did you know 7 in 10 people, 70% of people on Earth got a mobile device, and their lives are dependent on a mobile device. And this 70%, these people, they all, they live their paradigm by thinking that this outside is true and real and not on a movie screen and not just bullshit. If you honestly think that they would send a ship to space with a gap when there's, with air gap, big gap and no workmanship whatsoever to space, well, I don't know what to tell you. No, that's not happening. Early television, you had Universal movies. They had a globe spinning, and then as early as the 1940s. And RKO pictures, they had the globe as NASA show you it. But this was, like 60 years before, or 50 years before they apparently went out there in the case of RKO. So they're using the same model. They haven't got a fucking clue. They're just making everything up, guys. So religious depictions. The Jewish ancient one is quite their cosmic geography or cosmology is what they should have said, is highly interesting. They have the shoal below, but they do have the vault, and we're all in it. Some people say that the dome is flat. I don't think so, really. But they have a building at the top, the house of God. And you see this in so many depictions, and not only that, in the architecture. My cool old comets book from the 18th century. It's a cool little book, but they show you these, which apparently, out of a frame of reference for what they are, but they look exactly like rockets. And also, the narrative is, okay, so I mentioned earlier about Stephen Fry. So the consensus is, I think, between, the thinkers in the mainstream is that the sun is dying. And we know that it's going in for a recharge. And we're a little bit ahead of that. And we know how it's going to go down. It's down to us. The reset that comes, guess who brings it into fruition? Have a guess. Oh, no, they make us do it, but we do it. The reset is down to us. So that can be averted just by the knowledge of that. So I really do think, the atmospheric phenomena of lensing, you've seen sun dogs. I've seen them myself. They're quite fantastic. But it really does seem like that there's some dome above us you can see here. I know a few people, my friend Nick, Can't Get Word, and somebody else as well. 2 other people, 3 people in total I know. I'm not going to mention the others' name in case they don't want me to mention them, who have seen the construct come apart. I mean, looked up at the sky and just seen the grid pattern, like you get in 13th floor, the construct. And honestly, guys, I really do feel this is some sort of Truman Show affair. Honestly, it just feels like we're in Tron. It feels like I'm in a movie most of the time. What about comets? They travel across the sky, supposed to have million-mile-long tails on them, aren't they? They're really freaky things, aren't they? Come from where? Well, I tell you where they're not coming from. Space. So where are they coming from? Out of the water. To this looks like a hole in the firmament. And what's on the other side? The light just shining through. And all of the stars as well. just little lights in the firmament, or showing you the firmament itself. So there's the narrative you can see here in the Book of Wonder, Book of Miracles, 1520 here, J520, on top of an antiquitech device they call a church, with its spire. It seems to be being recharged. This thing seems to be connected, and it looks exactly like a rocket. Spires look exactly like rockets. And at this period, apparently, this happened. Some went black and plunged into winter, I guess. Hillary Clinton, what's she going to do? She's going to smash the glass ceiling. Why do they keep saying that? I've heard that a few times over the last 10 years, the narrative of there's a glass ceiling above. Some people think it's some sort of frozen type of crystal, blue crystal. But there's no evidence except for these stones that just show up all over antiquity, the aqua glass, it's called. And then nobody really knows where it comes from. So domes in antiquity, we're going to talk about these. I think like they did with The Greatest Secret Never Told, when you watch that about the four angels, and that was a undeniable decode. This is a really interesting picture. San Francisco, the Hibernian Bank in ruins. A curious name there. 1906. The size of this building. It's been made into the police station. All of the Corinthian tops, the Roman tops. And then you get this, the dome. And then they get this bit on top, always. I've only seen a few domes in like Sudan or something that haven't got this nipple on top. Yeah, I don't think they're just putting it like a breast. I think that they're showing us what's really going on. All of them. So not all of them are landing platforms. This is City Hall, San Francisco. Another massive, massive building. But again, look at the size of the steelwork in this building. 1906, and it's all about the dome. So another thing I noticed about the domes is the angle. The angle of the dome is always the same. I couldn't tell you what it is in degrees, but you look, you don't see. Apart from the onion domes, all domes have the same shape. This could be a dome on top of St. Paul's Cathedral, and they have this. Now, I don't think all of them belfries are for landing platforms for balloons. Don't think this one would work. It's got all like jagged edges, but they do put these on top of all domages. Okay, right. Here's Felix Baumgartner's cat. He's going to jump out into New Mexico, but you can see outside. Okay. But when they show you the actual footage of Felix Baumgartner, okay, you'll see. Oh, he's got 9 lives. He'd be absolutely fine. You can see that Felix Baumgartner is talking through his bum, as always, as he ought to. This one hasn't, but it's not finished yet. But it's a steel construct, but it's a picture. But it looks a mud-flooded world. What are you laughing at? That's it. Hiya, Alwyn. Where have you been? Arwen's in chat. Sending love to my old bro from the old Flat Earth Hangouts. So yeah, they haven't really finished this, so there could be something on top. But look at the lattice work in that, the steel work in that dome. Unbelievable. And all of the crapness that is outside. So hang on, I'm going to show you some examples of domes. So Honest Abe, okay, Lincoln, if he's a real person and not just an actor, because he looks remarkably like John Brown, and he looks like he could be the cousin of Jefferson Davis. It's all a bit confusing. They look so much fucking like. So there's the Capitol building. Here it is, but it looks stinking fucking dirty. I can't imagine what pollution they had, because outside was actually a pig farm. A pig farm. But the American Civil War is raging. Tens of thousands of men are getting killed, and the expense in the armaments and arming and clothing and feeding all of these armies, these huge armies, must be a great strain on the several millions that occupy the colonies. Yet, all he wants to do is finish his frigging dome. That's all he wants to do. This is finished just before he dies. just before his assassination. And all of this was constructed during the American Civil War. See, there's something wrong with that for me. Something deeply wrong with that. You know, Washington was in sights of the enemy. You know, apparently you could see with a pair of binoculars, Jefferson Davis could see the Capitol building over in Virginia from his window of his presidential place. So, Richmond, I don't know. Really weird. So anyway, it's got bunkers underneath. It was all dug up, the Capitol building. Look at the size of that dome. Adolf Hitler, so he had a thing about domes too. Now, I'm not saying he's gay or anything, he just had a thing about domes. He wanted Germania, and he wanted to have the biggest dome that ever existed, and bigger than the one on the Capitol building. So, never came to fruition because basically, fucking all the world ganged up on one country, basically, and killed them all. So it's the nature of war. But, you know, you got to dig. The Capitol building looks a ton like, I know they call it Congress for a reason, because this looks like the ancient world and it looks like Rome. There's a lot of sketches of the Capitol building back in the past. But, you know, I think this thing was there already. I think the dome went on top. And look what they got for transport. And of course, it was called Rome before Washington. Washington's not even the United States, like London City isn't Britain. It's its own country, which is really unusual. Other state buildings as well. This one's got a yellow dome, but again, you can see that building on top. This building on top. So this balloon, I don't believe, came into the Capitol building, the Zeppelin, but it does go to other buildings and coupled to the top. So it's the beautiful transport of the day. And this one got a gantry on top. So I'm thinking this one was probably for balloons. I can see the distinction between them. But again, big dome, big dome, big dome. Building on top of that dome, building on top of that dome. Amazing building, that one. This is 1846, apparently. Washington, D.C.'s Capitol building. So all them extensions. 1846. I wonder where they are to take this photograph. They're at least 100 foot up in here. I wonder how they did it. And all of the wavy clouds. We usually get vanilla skies. I'm not so sure. And that is that still there outside of the Capitol building? It's a Lincoln Monument with a load of people on it. But look at the infrastructure outside. There's hardly any. Okay, there's that Capitol building before the dome. Got a big pond outside. I wonder how long them trees have been there. So all of this they built on a swamp, like St. Petersburg. This. So now it's bigger, much bigger. They got these extensions, and then the dome goes on top. Outside is this big lake thing, which Martin Luther King will stand in front of, and Forrest Gump in the future, making it famous. And it's just a pig farm. It's nothing outside. It's just what place to put the Capitol building in the middle of a fucking pig farm. It's really weird. But all domes are pretty much the same in any, you know. I've seen Texas Capitol building in Austin. It looked like the White House, the Capitol building. Utah's Capitol State House. They're all the same. Sort of the same acute angle, same sort of building on top. So that's for a reason. Okay, it could spin chi. Okay, it is a technology. But I think there's more going on. A clue as well. It's the Parthenon in Rome. It has no bit on top of the circular building. But it has an oculus, a hole in the top. Okay, maybe that's for all evil entities to fucking fly off. Domes in buildings as well, over buildings. Just a beautiful feature. These are the expositions, as you know, all built for the tomato season, and off it goes. So yeah, in the Ford administration, they had bunkers and nuclear bunkers and everything else, which didn't happen before when it was a nuclear nuclear threat from the Cold War. They built them later. But look how deep the White House goes, or the Capitol building goes. It's crazy, crazy building. I bet it's massive underneath. I bet it goes so deep. Lights like a box of chocolates. Gump is Gump does, I suppose. I guess so. 16 Alpha. I watched a thing the other day about Tom Hanks's wayward son. What a fucking plum. These spoiled brats. I don't even know why anyone follows them or anyone watches them. Out of just morbid curiosity, I think, in a lot of the cases. Maybe that's why with a lot of YouTubers, people just want to see them fucking crash and burn. For some reason. And a lot of people are wired like that. It's really weird. Look how deep it goes. Yeah, YouTube's weird, man. So there it is. There's the rest of Washington. You've got like a pig farm there. No infrastructure per se. Beautiful little double spire church. But look at them. Really interesting. Got little rockets in themselves, don't they? It's really uncanny how much churches look like rockets. And rockets do exist. They are definitely a thing. Look, all new trees. All new trees. Because why? What happened to the old trees? All the old trees got taken out in mud flood. That's why. That's why there's so many new trees in 1800s pictures. Literally, all just been planted like nothing was there before. Yeah, that church just looks old. And what sort of is this Gothic? What kind of theme is this? Looks like the Church of the Resurrection in Rome. But this bit, I don't know. It looks Spanish. It's colonial Spanish. And all of these just mud. That's looking mud. No pavements, no infrastructure, and no street lighting. No street lighting. Yet, they got this going on. Something is really off with this story. I just can't put my finger on it exactly, guys. So inside some of these Capitol buildings, got all of this Masonic sort of symbology and out of this world architecture. Library of Congress, where I get some of my books from. Downloadage. Beautiful, isn't it? So, excuse me. Domages. I got fireworks going off outside. Fireworks over here. So domages. So they all exhibit like a nipple on top, and we've established. They all got these bits that go up, knobbly bits that spin chi, amplify chi energy. Got that. Plants and trees do exactly the same. Leaves, like, I don't know, cannabis leaves, if you like, they have little serrated edges on it. No, it's not for photosynthesis purposes. It's not for aesthetics. It's because it spins chi. You can see it in action. I've seen it in action. I can see the construct. I can see squillions and squillions of tiny little dots. When I turn the light off, they're more apparent, but I can see them all the time now. And they all join together, and they're just tiny pixels, basically. And I see them now. I'm looking at them now. And they make the construct. And all of them tiny little pixels, they are there because of my attention and my awareness. It's where you put your awareness, your consciousness, if you like. And I would say that awareness, us, is chi energy, and it's all powerful. And we are in it, and we don't even need the internet. We could talk to one another without it, guys. Do you know that? I wouldn't even die, not for a second. That's what we are. That's what people always were. We've come that far back. We're getting it back. So yeah. Off they come, their beautiful hotel balloons. Oh man, it was luxury, that crossing. And now you've got to cram 500 people on a fucking crazy jet with passive aggressive cabin crew for 9 fucking hours. Freezing fucking cold. Oh, it's not a joy now, unless you can get like economy, business class. Flying's fucking shit. And airports, definitely, they make that deliberately like so. So here it is, Parthenon in Rome, apparently 2,000-year-old red brick, concrete roof, apparently the oldest existing concrete in antiquity. It starts thick and it gets thinner and thinner, all holds in place. You've got this oculus. When I went in there, the rain was coming through. I thought it was fucking nuts. There's a puddle inside, and I'm like, it was just like light rain. And I'm like, fuck me, it's raining indoors. And it was trippy, it was really weird. I only got pictures of when I was in Rome. I was absolutely wankered. And it used to be a pagan temple before it was Christy, and they had all pagan gods all around it. But they tell you it's 2,000 years old and still there. So that's an observatory. Let's just scroll down. There's some examples there. These were all flying around. Some of these are not landing platforms, but some of them look like they might refuel the mode of the day. So as I said, all of these, this is Texas. This is Austin, Texas. There's a guy with a car, and there's a highway here. Now I got a photograph of me on this pavement by here with literally a Texas Ranger. It was hilarious, man. I pulled him for a photograph. I should show you. It's fucking funny. He was awesome. And people are like, don't talk to Texas Rangers. You get yourself killed. I was like, fuck no. I literally could smell the weed on me myself. Yeah. And he must have been, he was just laughing. He was a really nice man, actually. So, yeah. Austin, awesome place. The Blue Dome of Creation. This was apparently part of an exposition, but look at the size of this dome. Again, with this house of God on top. Some of these older domes, they've got a little thing on top, a little nipple on top. But some haven't. Look at this mess of antiquity. What do you think happened? Well, it could be this. I'm just throwing this out here. Okay, up there. It could be this, that. Although I don't think there's a geographical South Pole, I think it's actually on the other side of the magnet that's below our feet. I do think that it could have some sort of pole reversal. And it could be the case that the seas leave the sea and go on the land, and maybe the seas are dry, and then the seas run off the land back into the seas where they are now. Yeah, like that. Totally wrecking the entire realm. I think they call it Noah's Flood. This is St. Paul's dome, exactly like the other domes, exactly the same. 4 angels, towers, and this thing that looks like a rocket on all of the cases of domes. It looks like a bloody rocket. Why is that? Except for the Muslim domes, some of them. Let me just scroll through. Wow, I've got so many dome pictures, it's hard to even imagine. Domey womies. Let's have a look at expositions, the size of that. They built all of that for the tomato season in San Francisco. Yeah, I got pictures, or a picture. There was buildings there in the Bay Area in 1906 when it was not even supposed to be built, this dome, at that period. But I think it was there. Ha ha ha. Again, dome, 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 dome. Dome, doobie doo, dome, dome. Do wanga, wanga. Okay. So, yeah. So, what we think, here's Felix Baumgartner. So, he's got like a fisheye lens because you can see the whole of the globe below, but he's in New Mexico. So, you can see the whole of New Mexico because it's all curving around him. He's a terrible porcupine. But even in the narrative, hiya, Mel. Even in the narrative, Neil deGrasse Tyson says that Felix Baumgartner, he didn't go up high enough to see any curvature of Earth because, you know, I've been 10 years now. I've been 10 years waiting for the fucking globe proof. Which is never going to happen, by the way. The best they can come up with is just like fucking people around, gaslighting and pretending taking out to Antarctica. Listen. A pool table is flat. It's got balls on it. They're round. Does that mean the fucking pool table's round? As if the pool table's flat? That don't mean shit. And if this thing's a construct, it could be even projected sky. Who even knows what this is? There's Baumgartner. I'd have loved it if his parachute never opened and he just splatted into the desert and probably just get up. Okay. 589, 590 of you watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for enjoying this experience with me. Right, I'm going to come back because I want to get some volume on this subject. So water, okay, so imagine, okay, because the Bible says there's waters above and there's waters below. And I think that's the case. Okay, I think there's waters definitely below, because when this place gets shook, there is basically vitrification, because the mud mixes in with the water table, okay, which is below us, and that causes a mud flood, and mud flow has in apocalyptic situations. So, okay, let's get some volume. Now, we think, okay, that Mount Meru or some other technologies for an ultra low frequency, like a hum, which I have 100% heard because it's there all of the time. And I've been hearing it since at least the 1970s. It's regarded as the Bristol hum online, but I've had people are telling me they're hearing it in America. You really listen, there is a fucking hum. So that hum is low frequency. And I think that a low frequency can hold a water dome in place, as long as the frequency is playing. Okay, what could be causing that? Us. Our vibrations. We're singing all the fucking time. We're vibrating at the speed of light, for fuck's sake. So they tell us. And nothing in this place is real. Apparently, nothing ever touches anything. So touching me, touching you doesn't really work in this case, because apparently, according to them, it's only, atoms, electrical bondings bouncing off one another, and nothing ever connects in this place, according to them. They got a lot of a counterintuitive wank that they keep saying, especially concerning the quantum realm. Although I do take some of that on board, especially spooky action at distance. I tickle you, you tickle me. That sort of thing might work. I don't know. So it's all bollocks anyway, because it's all an illusion. The quicker you work that out, the better. And then you don't have to take life too seriously. This is what I've achieved in my years in passing through. It got to this stage, and now, for maybe the first time in my entire existence, I'm starting to feel what it's like to have peace of mind. Because I haven't had for this entire life. I've been fucking tortured, and I've been torturing myself, is what I've been doing. And I think loads of us do exactly the same, because I hear people saying the stuff that I used to think and I used to say, which is all bullshit at the end of the day. Yeah, I grew up with Crowley. You mean the song by Ozzy Osbourne? Thank you, Cheryl. Illuminated perfume as above, so below. Okay, now we don't know what this place is, and if you just discard, which I do, all of what they tell us, because it's such bullshit, I can't be bothered anymore. I really can't. It's just so childish to me, and it's an insult as well. And I really do feel that I have strong influence over my reality, and I will get it right, and if we all get it right, and we can change the world in a fantastic way, guys. Honest to God, the application of this technology is what they know, and it's what people like. They charge people money to fucking know it as well. That's a fact. In all of these life coach fucking things that all of the elite lot cough up for all the time. So it's all about that, isn't it? I'm bursting a lot of bubbles on YouTube, aren't I? But that's just tough fucking shit. At the end of the day, nobody likes greedy fucks. I don't. At the end of the day, that's what's wrong with everybody, isn't it? People are like, I've spent my entire life alone. Somebody said to me earlier on in comments, and I was like, yeah, snap. Even when I was in a relationship for 25 years, I was still a fucking alone until recently. I've always felt alone. And I haven't really minded, because why? Because I worked out when I was a teenager, guys, that people really fucking suck. Bad. So I was like, okay, there's only going to be a few people in here. And then I got into the Truver community then. And then I met people who were like-minded and pretty cool, actually. So there was that. And the only other time I used to meet cool people was at like Glastonbury Pop Festival, but that's all psyoped bullshit now anyway. So we did have a bit of freedom, but they won't have it anymore. Unless everyone just stops it, stops this magic spell, this hypnotism will just all fucking go away. It really, really would. If everyone stops giving it away, steps into their own power, yeah, sovereign being. I'm me. I'm absolutely powerful and awesome, and there's nothing they can do to me because there's nothing they can do to you guys. What are they going to do? Put a gun against your head and fucking kill you? What for? For knowing the truth of this place? They have no power. They're all shitless, and you know it. They always have been, guys. That's why they back off us. Yeah, we do all the fucking work. We do all the battle. We're all the heroes. We do all the wars. We do every fucking thing. We built everything. We've done everything. What did they do? Fuck all. Sat on their fat fucking asses abusing us. That's what they've done. And they're still doing. Yeah, we give it to them. Why do we do that? Anyway, it's where we put our focus. We don't have to give our focus to them anymore. We don't. We really just don't have to do it anymore. So water and sound have an unusual connection. And this lady, this is a thing in China where you produce a sound and it attracts water. So there's an interaction between water. Show you. So she brings on water from a flute out of a hole in the ground. This guy's playing rock and roll music, but I've got a couple of versions of this, but it shows you the music vibration will do this with water. It can also hold water in stasis, in like above you. And that is just rock music because all of this place is, apparently water, mostly, isn't it? Carbon. And we're made mostly water as well, aren't we? So these sounds and these vibrations, they affect us tremendously. I was thinking that last night, actually. I was thinking, is actually music safe? Because I remember David Bowie saying that all the music was the devil's music, all of it. And I'm like, well, rock and roll, I get it. I don't listen to like certain things now myself. I wouldn't like suffer the Beatles, for example. And I used to be my favorite band. So does that include like Mozart and Chopin and Beethoven and all of the classicals? Oh, yeah, because they're fucking them, isn't it? It's all Tavistock. So, although that didn't exist at the time, but you know what I mean. It's for the public consumption. So here is soundproof water. You can buy these. They give you this beautiful geometric, tricky effect. Spiral, peak, dome. So maybe a sound can go through it as well. So contemporary music. Here's a sad individual. Okay, I'm not talking about Jimi Hendrix. I'm talking about the writer of this song, Mr. Zimmerman, Bob Dylan. There must be some kind of way out of here, said the Joker to the thief. There's too much confusion. I can't get no relief. So they're discussing, okay, getting the fuck out of here because they can't get no relief. And it's just so confusing. What is all of this shit? Businessmen, they drink my wine, plow, dig my earth. Okay. None will level on the line. Nobody offered his word. But me. This is like the most flat earthy track I've heard so far. It goes on. It is. Two riders were approaching and the wind began to howl. So two riders. So two of the four horsemen. I think they'd be on like BMWs now, wouldn't they? Or motorcycles at least. I think they'd have to upgrade the four horsemen. But they sound like wankers. Anyway, the four horsemen turn up in Ely, my area. Honest to God, guys, they just get their asses kicked badly. I mean, badly. I don't care how hard they are, or if they're demons or whatever they are. They would get their asses handed to them in a fucking handbag. So where do we go? Now, buying land, going off grid, very good, but then you get bossy people, and I can't do that. I've been thinking about it. As much as I'd love to have own land and loads of friends and all of that, it always goes fucking weird as far as I can see. And you get a cult leader, don't you? You give himself a special name, dress in special costumes, and probably say, well, give me your women. That's how it goes usually, isn't it? It's usually about sexy thing with cults. Anyway. So I'm not really into that. So another idea was a C Nation. I think they did this in the past. We did do radio transmissions via Radio Caroline, where they made them illegal to do pirate radio stations back in the 60s. And we had Radio Caroline, which is a ship out in the North Sea. But it did, spurt off a load of naff DJs like Tony fucking Blackburn. Anyway, so if you go 3 miles out to sea, you're in international waters. You're not, part of, say, Britain anymore. You're in international waters, and you're responsible for the maritime law at sea. Okay, meaning don't fuck around. The captain can shoot you. Okay, or operate on you, or marry you, or lock you in the brig. He's God. He's master of that ship. End of. And no outside could tell him otherwise. So it's credible. But anyway, so if we, that I'm thinking, now my son bought a boat because at the time we were thinking, oh shit, it was in the middle of Armageddon. Everyone was acting weird, wearing things on their face. It was fucking horrible. Anyway, all of it, how it went on. So we were like, get a boat, or look at these buildings. You can just put them on water. Get a boat and then fuck off to like make a sea nation and just get other people to get boats, all like link up on one big flotilla. And what would they do? What could they do? Come along with warships, get us out of the fucking water. Okay. Nice canal barges. There's me and my son Lawrence down the bay.
Yeah,
we like to do
it's the tide's up, but it's a lot lower over there. It's like
in the marina. So people have thought about this in the past because there's a load of houseboats. There's like hundreds of thousands of people living in boats in the Philippines. Hi, Jim Dillinger. Lovely cooking. I seen the other day. Somebody complained, though, you killed it when you put it in the microwave. I'm not just saying that because I've done cooking competition with you, brother. I'm just chucking that out there anyway. So my cooking program was a hit. I'm getting more traction and more comments on my cooking videos than a 3-hour Flaterday that I do every week. People want me to cook and talk truth, so I'll talk about that a little bit later. So, houses on water. Look at the antenna on that. What do you think that's for exactly? So, Indonesia, people living on the water, barges. Now, my friend Mel, is she in chat? No, Mel? She lives on a boat. Me and Cheryl went and stayed on a boat. I've been on a boat a few times. It's awesome. It's like a proper fishing boat. But look at these houses out of old Napoleonic stuff. But they made prisons as well. Right. Well, that's down the marina. My son's little boat. So that's what we was planning on doing. You got communities here that are fucked off away from it all. Nobody bothers them. They don't get taxed. There's no one fucking trying to steal their children. Nothing like that going on. And they're living on little moving islands. These islands, they're on like bulrushes. They move. They're constantly in movement. How cool would that be to live on a moving island? Yeah. That's marriage there. Back on a boat. That's another boat the other day. Look at that, St. Enoch Station. I don't even know that station. I think that's in London somewhere, maybe. The size of an Afro houseboat in Russia. Again, they got shit tons of antiquity on them. But imagine how many people just live out on the water. Civilization's on the water, away from it all. And I love the water. I never feel happier when I'm on the water. I like it at mountains too. They're pretty good, especially if there's a lot of water. This is on the Thames. Looks like Henley or something. It looks really posh. Oh, Crystal Palace, 1911. Pageant. See, even in 1911, they wanted to dress up in historical clothes to be like, act a part of history in the past, like they do now. It's really weird. It's like, Did any of it even exist? So this is the floods in Cardiff. They used to flood this deep all the time in Cardiff. This is Donna Bay. And you have people jumping out of the windows. I can't remember it that bad, actually. The Chinese, they've got loads of Chinese boat houses. I went on one in Rotterdam. It's second biggest floating brothel in Holland or something. Really interesting architecture. Look at the size on these. This is in my friend's marina up in the Trent River, and that's a houseboat. Oh, this cost oogles and money. But there's my mother. Look how beautiful my mother was. She's on a voyage there somewhere. No, I miss my mum. She was so beautiful. Fucking funny. That's where I got my ways from, of my mother. She said, oh, there's no one doing anything up in space, Matt. It's all bullshit. I was like, yes, it is. I used to pride myself. I was a NASA fanboy. She's like, nah, that ain't. Fucking hell. And now I'm like, pfft. So, yeah, apparently in San Francisco, you may have seen this on John Levy's channel. He gave me an awesome shout, John Levy, as well this week, because I sold him a thumb drive a year ago and used it on his little vloggage. And then somebody said to me they wanted something for my sister, so I burnt him off 80,000 on a thumb drive this week. And I'm going to send it off Monday morning. It's done, ready. So in the near future, when I get some usable resource, I'm going to buy some thumb drives, and I'm going to burn off 80 to 100,000 images. I'm taking all of the stuff out there that's no good to us, just all antiquitech, all just buildings and everything groovy. So I'm trying to get them next week. So that's down Cardiff Bay. And look at these houseboats here. Smallpox epidemics, floating hospitals. They said they were going to have floating prisons as well, didn't they? They did have back in the day. And one in Plymouth, I remember. Big tanker people. And in the old days, you had a boat that was a car, like you could tow down to things, a houseboat. So that's what we were thinking, but obviously it all takes spondulax. But I tell you what, dry land, yeah, say they come. I'm just giving you an example, right? Yeah, they're just crazy and they don't give a fuck. It's on top, right? It's Armageddon, and there's just blokes. This is always going to be what it is in Armageddon. Bigger boys. Okay, they're going to turn up with guns. What are you going to do? You're going to fight them? You're going to hit back? Fuck yeah. So don't give up. So there's that. It could happen, you see. So you always got to be prepared for like people who are going to try and take your shit. Yeah. So that would not be advisable in my case, especially with me and Lawrence. Anyway, what you're looking at here is Cardiff Butte Park. What you're looking at here is Hippie Shake in the background over there. Can you see Hippie Shake? This is her, yeah. You might not make her out. And even Brian. Remember Brian Evans? Lost him recently, our brother. We love Brian. He was in there somewhere. So basically, we met on a really wet day. And Rossage Sausage, okay, God bless him, he's died now a year or so ago. But I looked after him, and I can guarantee you the time he spent with me was the best time he ever had, okay? Totally had an awesome time. We got so wankered. There's Brian there, Brian Evans. So we all had a few mushies, and we all had a really good time in that day. It was a really good day. And poor old Ross's Sausage was in his element. It was the best time that he's ever had. Well, it just astounds me that all of these people, it's like 50 odd people turned up on a pissing down day to do my tour, which was like, I don't know, 2 years ago, something like that. Yeah, 2002, nearly 3 years ago now. But yeah, there's been some groovy people that have come through the movement, and they're no longer here. YouTube, fucking ass, weird. So yeah, rockets are really dangerous. They could explode and ignite you all, which is why you need to stand right next to them with your telecamera. Because it ain't fucking happening, that one. These, seen these? Shooting stars? Well, they've been increasing, haven't they? Okay, and apparently it's a meteor or something that comes in. Oh, this is how we're going to win the war. My wonder weapon. Yeah, I want a big wonder weapon after the rocket. The rocket looked like a wheelie. So Adolf Hitler wanted the wonder weapon. Okay, a V2 and a V1 rocket. Yeah, interballistic remote control. The first ones weren't remote control. They just ran out of fuel and dropped on London. But the second ones were remote, and they could take a large load of explosives over to London, what was called something alley. Oh, I can't remember. It's in the Glenn Miller movie. And they would drop on London, apparently. So that was the way it was going to go. And then NASA, as soon as World War II's over, they're going to steal all the Germans, bring them over, give them loads of money. Yeah, don't worry about all that gnarly shit that went on with all of them, lot. Yeah, don't worry about it. We'll pay the gas bill for you. How about that? Oh, that is very kind. It's very expensive. Yeah, not fucking surprised. So they did that. And then they had them working for them. Operation Paperclip, as you know. And then NASA come along, as you know. And apparently they've been spending space rockets up into space. But as you can see, it's all fully Masonic bullshit. They're all like them. And I wouldn't trust a word that comes out of any of their mouths, but it doesn't really. Oh, they went over my head recently. I went to the Space Centre in Leicester, in Cardiff, with Nathan Oakley. Oh my God almighty. This is supposed to be the Soyuz capsule. It had Jubilee clips holding them together. It's like the vacuum doesn't even fucking matter. Oh my God, they said they put this up in space. And all of it was just agonizing to behold, guys. You'd have had to be in there. They say that they do things like this. Send little doggies up into space to see if they live. Look at them little faces. That's why there's literally a nuclear bomb should be dropped on the people who even touched them dogs in thought about putting them into a rocket and sending them off the thing. So here's an agenda. I mean, agenda. NASA, rocket, a band, and a pretty American lady, which makes it all real. But nobody seemed to notice that it looks like a big throbbing penis. There's another one. Maybe I should have just left out the throbbing. I don't know. I think it added to it. YouTube don't like me anyway. I don't even give a fuck anymore. It doesn't even matter. Does it? So the sun does a weird one. Do you know what it's called? Anal lemma. What is the chances, eh? I didn't make it up, guys. I'm not very sciencey, as you know. I'm more geographic-y, as you know. That's why I don't talk about reflection and all of these flat earthy things, because it's not my thing, you know. So, isn't it funny how that church looks like a plane, like a rocket ship? Funk FEMA somewhere, Max. When all our weirdness was happening 2 years ago, I got talking to somebody who was working for FEMA. He was a subscriber. He contacted me during his dinner hour. So I was like, so what are you doing then? He's like, I was sitting in San Diego watching millions of ships. I was like, really? I was like, oh, what? That's what FEMA camp are doing. He said, yeah, we're on high alert. And then, as you know, nothing fucking happened. But this is Emperor Hirohito in Japan with his listening devices. But we think that these caused orgone energy and caused rain, which would mud out the offensives and campaigns, which in fact happened. Guadalcanal, for example, another campaigns where the weather just hindered US advance. Yeah, this is how nutty the world is, guys. It's just preposterous. Now, see this, Cyberman? I've got a Cyberman hat. I'm going to show you it as soon as I come back. It's not as bad as it looks. It does look pretty bad, though. Two suns ready to shine for you. So what do you make of that? Is it just some sort of atmospheric phenomenon that we don't understand? Like some sort of lensing on a dome or a magnetic pull? I was considering this. I'll just chuck it out there. Now, there's been a lot of people going on in the movement, flat earth movement, about a uprising earth. Well, don't really do that in flat earth British, because basically that's flat earth society that doesn't really exist. And I'm not feeling it anyway. And I think, you know, what I wrote in my first book about, you know, the magnetics of this place, I think I'm quite satisfied that phenomena is what's causing us to stick to the fucking ground. Okay, I'm quite convinced of that. But I still think that we're upside down. So could we be falling down towards the sky? And being in an upside-down vessel. So firework nights, 2 nights away, firework nights. That's because basically the British government brought out this thing where never forget, what is it? Remember the 5th of November. Okay. And apparently there was a guy called Guy Fawkes. He was going to blow up the Houses of Parliament, kill all of the politicians and shit. And then he got grassed. He got tortured. Guido got tortured in the tower. So this is what the government put out there once every year. In case you get any subversive thoughts or anything against the establishment, you'll know that you will end up in the Tower of London and have your nails pulled out. And times have changed now. We have a highly trained prison guard rapist. So don't want to have to go through that either. So you are, there's which James Bond film? So he's on basically a film set for the moon. Diamonds Are Forever. And he jumps in a moon buggy and goes through the wall, which is a dome, by the way. So, yeah. Hey, look at the size of them they dropped on people in the past. Fucking insanity. Made by women as well, because they did all of the animants. Whoa, look at them. Yeah, I know. Hey, Mickey, you're so fine. Okay, we're going to move on because I'm just looking. Oh, look at that atmospheric thing. This happens a lot. This was in America. Somebody sent this to me. Just a beam of light and lightning inside it. Don't know. I don't think we know hardly anything about this place, really, do we? They keep giving us these daft fucking images, though. It's supposed to be that. It's supposed to be real outside. Where's the stars? Don't see the stars ever, do you? This was NASA's first shot, apparently, of going around the moon. And this was the first ever image of Earth, they say. On April the 1st, they took that photograph. No fucking shit. What the fuck was you thinking? Exactly. Well, I don't actually pay taxes to NASA, so I don't really give a shit. But plenty of my friends do. And it's not all about money, is it? It's about the lie, isn't it? It's about the bullshit of it all. Anyway, you can't be bothered. So we're going to look at cuteness now. Now, I seen these little fellas when I was in America, and I was really taken with them. They're called gophers, and everyone loves a Staffordshire Bull Terrier, don't they? Yeah. So this is cuteness level 10. Don't cry, and awes are allowed. Okay. Get away. Get away. I'm going to get you. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Get away. Get away. I'll bite you. He's going to get you. I'm going to get you. Don't fuck with me. Okay. Okay, we're pals, but I'm going to do my thing. Come here. Come here. Ooh, you're lovely. Oi, I'm going to get you. Push your face in. Okay. I watched an awesome video this morning of a horse rescue. It was in Colorado, and it was in like a pond or just fucking deep bit of water, and it was fucked. And they did everything to try and get her out. I was breaking my heart. Couldn't even hardly watch it. But they pulled it out using a JCB and that. But the farmer was like, oh, he's saying to the horse, oh, sorry. You could see the guy loved the horse dearly. It was quite heartbreaking. But yeah, no, it wasn't, because they got the horse out. I love these animal rescue videos. It gives me hope of how awesome people can be when they care for people. Same when they don't do the same thing for their fellow man. Woman, isn't it? Everyone's shitting on everyone else. We've seen that in 2020. That's when I learned my lesson. There's no going back from that, guys. I'm very sorry. But I got my dignity and my principles, and the way they fucked us over, all of them, just for their own selfish fucking needs. Unforgivable. Never forget it. Anyway, this is a picture I took on my camera that is no longer here. Oh, thanks, Marcel. Merci beaucoup, my friend. Much love to you. Magnet below, electromagnetic chi energy. Thank you, Cheryl. That's exactly what I think as well. Between the two of us, we come up with a brilliant idea for everything. We're going to save the world. We're going to save the world, chick. You watch. So I took this with my camera that I haven't got anymore, I wish. But this is of a star. And what they look like when they're moving is a light that is moving through a fluid medium, because they are in the water. Okay. The water's held in place. Bell tech. Well, you have bells to go underwater. We could be living under a bell, because a bell is like a dome. Okay, and below us could be a clanger like a magnet, causing magnetic effect. But this is interesting illustration. Sad. I don't want to be sad. Some strange, I don't know, Solomaic 4. A 69. Well, we all like that, don't we? And tetragrammation. I don't know what tetragrammation even means, but it's a bit like, I don't know, magic-y stuff. OL or LO. LO. I don't know, make your own minds up. Completely destroyed in Lakehurst. Explosion, 33 killed, 64 escaped the flames. Oh, the humanity. Oh, what a crock of shit. So that put an end to balloon travel. This is a woman rolling around in mud. I think I'll get away with that. She's fully clothed. So the moon, I don't buy moon crater. I have people sending me long emails saying we live in a crater on the moon. And people rewriting books like it's an actual fucking reality without any evidence whatsoever. Makes me, like, you know, lose respect for them. But you don't know what it is. It could be like that. It could be just fucking exactly like that. Just holography. It's getting off a cold light, guys. I've seen the experiment on a flat earth meeting, Kidderminster. I think Nora was even there. Some guy came along. He had a thermometer, and it was a full moon, and he measured the moonlight, and there was a difference. Okay, cold light. So this algorithm is a statue. I don't know what I can get away with anymore. This is interesting. See this? This is a 1870s exposition. Funny, Putin said that he never had any expositions, but yeah, I know that he did in an interview I've seen relatively recently. 1870, so really early, and I would say this is what the city actually looked like. But why are they standing up here just staring at it? And look how beautiful it is for 1870. And they're just staring at it down there. What are they staring at, I wonder? Is there people crossing the river here? I don't know. There's people on the bridge. Something in the water here, and they're looking that way. Oh, if I could fucking jump into these pictures and find out what was going on. I lost myself trying to please everyone else. Now I'm losing everyone while I'm finding myself. And I don't mind it one bit. Can't give it all away. All your life. Got to save some for you. Especially keep the best to the end, innit? That's what I'm doing. Keep the best till the end. So, more Tavistock, Yellow Submarine. In the land when I was born, lived a man, sailed the sea. We all live in the Yellow Submarine. And they used to force us to sing this in school. I actually thought this was a religious hymn. This and Cat Stevens' Morning Is Broken, I thought that were religious hymns. That's how they had us in school. Weird, isn't it? So, yeah, and they know. And also, they have doppelgangers. They have another 4 Beatles as well. Telling you there's loads of replacement Beatles, but I think it's I think they're telling us about the other dimensions, that we have doppelgangers. I date to anyone to turn up doppelganging me and nicking my stuff. Ooh, Barbarella, she's a fella. I don't think Barbarella is a fella. I don't know. We'll have a closer inspection. She have got a bit of muscles, though, for Jane Fonda, and she was in a Hollywood dynasty, and they do like to switcheroony, don't they? And Henry Fonda was a bit pretty for a bloke, wasn't he? I don't know what's going on there. So what about 1850s aero generator comb? Looks exactly the same as the Nazi Del Glock. Yeah, the bell. The one that, like, went to Kecksburg and showed up, like, in 50s because he'd been time traveling from World War II. Using vril power. Any reality in any of it? Oh, I don't know. I read all the Rosicrucian stuff. Quite interested in vril. Definitely like that Maria bird. Everyone does. That's what everyone looks at it for. No one looks at Rosicrucianism if they don't look at her. Anyway, look at these things that are going around in the sky. Big steam-powered engines, rotors, 4 balloons long, people on gantries. They could have airports in the sky, guys. Yeah. So NASA show us these, but they don't actually, do they? They just fucking show us blank skies when they're showing their space poo. Space poo! Pigs in space. Remember that? The Muppets? Hiya! I used to like Miss Piggy. Operation Squiggly Wiggly Worm is in operation, Mr. President. Squiggly Wiggly Worm. Watch out. It's true. They could come and get you like this. It's a conspiracy. God, if women actually look like that in this day and age, it'd be fantastic. Anyway, this was on Time Magazine last call in 2020, and they had this COP26 on chairs. Some Chinese guy, Jinping, who hasn't turned up, down here a script under this lady here, which I can only presume is, I don't know, I think she's the Queen of Spain, Queen of Holland, Sweden, Queen of Sweden. Yeah, she's the Queen of Sweden, blah, blah, blah. She's got, whose name I can't mention, this guy here, and I think he might be the Prime Minister of India. Everyone else is in Armageddon with lightning blowing, and the Queen is a cardboard cutout. Why would they have a Queen cardboard cutout before she died, guys? They always need to do it. They got to tell us what's happening ahead of time. Predictive programming. Why? Because we bring it into fucking fruition. They tell us what it's going to be. They did the same 4 years ago, guys. Yeah, tell everyone that this was happening, and everyone believes it, watching their television, and it became fucking true. Here's the Challenger crew 30 years on. Probably know this by now, but they're all still about. In fact, some of them didn't even change their fucking names. But everyone says it's all right. Astronaut got killed. Hammond, hot and sweaty organ. So here's some more domes. This is in Burma. You can see the British Air Force flying over Burma. Could be the Japanese, but I like to think it's the British. Don't give any props to the enemy, former enemy. So this is 1918. You get on top of a missile like Dr. Strangelove riding a nuclear bomb between his legs, and you go off and fight your enemy on a rocket. I'd give it a go. This was highly... I had a lot of good feedback off this picture on my post yesterday. Let's have a think about this Nazi lady who's training young girls. Okay. All right, let's have a think about Nazi ladies full stop, shall we? So they're into keep fit, yeah, strength through joy, and they're going to get in a breeding program with an SS commander. You'll be happy about that, ladies, but you need to get in training really fit to keep up because we're going to rule the world. We are the master race, you know. She's like, I wonder what it's like to have breasts. Actual breasts, I mean, not just nipples. She knows all about it. She's wondering how wonderful it must be. I just by her face, I think she's intelligent, but I just got this feeling that she's a right sadistic bitch. Do you get that feeling? So there they are, the knobbly bits. You get them. Oh, look at that. That's nice. See these knobbly bits? Exactly like you get on trees, and they cause spin and amplify chi energy. And all of this is, that's why it's growing in that nature. I can just see the construct when I look at it. I'm literally starting to see the construct, guys. It's brilliant. This Celestine prophecy is unveiling to me. I'll take everybody with me on this unbelievable journey. So this is a picture of the building, they say, of Great Exposition. I find there's something going on with this. Okay, I've worked on building sites for years. Got a sack if we'd have had that outside. That's just like a nightmare, isn't it? Shit. Okay, so what have we got? Okay, we got like a mud flood building that has bars on the window. Okay, so they put bars in straight away. Wonder why they did that. We have a chute where they're bringing rubble down. But essentially, would you agree that the entire building is already there? Yes, it is, isn't it? And they're just always doing this touching up business with them. So there is a Hindenburg. Oh, the humanity. Captain stepped up, no problemo. And then next 100 years, these shitty fucking, and then you got fucking aircraft fuel bullshit hugs now going on as well, as you know. So there it is, the Glock, and I definitely think there might be something in there. I've read enough about it. I like to think that we can time travel. I want to time travel. See this? It's designed to scare the shit out of you. I'd like it. I don't mind. Here's two things that never existed. Okay. Thing is with things that people go with, like evolution, for example. See, the thing about evolution is There's no direct evidence. No missing link. There's like literally no direct evidence. It's a theory. Okay. So same here with the dinosaurs. They got big bones and that. What are they? Oh, well, they're vapor canopy creatures. They're big fuck off lizards. But Doppelopolus, they didn't have. Or astronauts. Okay, they paid. What I've noticed is I watched a thing earlier about some weird things that have gone on YouTube, and some like content providers talked about absolute fuck all, like stuck their head in a bowl of custard and get like 5 million views. I'm not even joking, guys. 5 million views for a bowl of fucking custard. Stick your head in it. And this is what people want. And YouTube pushed that. And then they make these spoiled little 17-year-old brats multimillionaires. And they couldn't be more fucking obnoxious. Honest to God, they could not be more obnoxious people. But they will crash and burn them. They always do. That's what the Illuminati do. They bring them up and they fucking drop them. Some of them are turning. I noticed Denzel Washington. And I've always told you guys, I've always said I like Denzel Washington, didn't I? I did. He's coming out against them all and all. He's calling them fucking out. Dirty bastards. So, yeah, this is a Chinese bell. I don't know how it's holding there. There must be something above it, but it looks like technology. It's got sound things here. And then it's got band. And another band. A rose thing on it. But it does look like a technology. How do we know that these were much, much more in the past? Step underneath them. Bang, bong. You're gone. Discomporiated into another place. I love to think that as well, teleportation. Because I got to be honest, guys, if you can think it, it can happen. And all of these things that are happening in the world is because people have thought them up. Everything is mind. Everything around you, somebody thought of. The cupboard, the mirror, the table, the chair, the pillow, the curtains, everything somebody put thought into. Everything in your reality. So this is out of an 1800s book of a Martian invasion. And this is what they thought the Martians would look like. Intriguing that they had this sort of gadget, but that's supposed to be meant from Venus, actually. Sorry, not Mars, Venus. The Venus Invasion, Fourth Dimensional Surgery by Bob Olson. Apparently, in this booklet, they had a gadget that would link you to the fourth dimension and heal your body. Heal your body to rhythm of the night. So how are they lifting obelisks outside of the Louvre? They were doing this with the Zeppelin and planes. They were doing lifting obelisks using Zeppelins. I bet they could build a lot of stuff with Zeppelins. So they were building accompaniments, and they can also get rid of architecture as well as build it. What about big doors in churches? Could they have been for big cats? What about lions? Well, lions are everywhere in antiquity. Maybe they weren't eating us. I've seen people. Tippi Hedren had a pet lion. I heard her saying that it was really loving, and they never ate a daughter, who was Melanie Griffith. Out of Working Girl, the one who had a bod for sin. You see what details I remember in reality? The important ones. Okay, here's how big the Graf Sprees are. This is a Graf Zeppelin with little swastikas on it. Look at the size of the people, though. Little tiny dots. So America didn't have a problem with swastikas in 1934, 35, 36, 37, or until this fucking thing burnt up. They had no problem whatsoever. But the whole world was going that way anyway. And now we got like woke communism. It's really weird. That's what's really going on in the sky. Chicks are making it all happen. Can you see this, Spock? Yes, Captain, I can see this. What is it, Captain? It's breasts. Now I know why she never wanted me. Some things you don't know about reality. So you didn't know that about her, did you? Poor Spock. Look at this, New South Wales. Okay, you literally in Australia, you were doing gladiatorial motorbike races. And they do this now in the new Mad Max movie. Have you seen it? Furiosa. So here's the 1970s. Now, I went on strike. I got a photograph of me going on strike with the school. No to the cane. Well, they give me the cane every single day for a few years till I basically left the school. I was banned from the school. But they thought it was really important to give me pain on a daily basis. But after a while, I couldn't give a fuck about the swollen hands. Viking explorer Thor Bob returns home after discovering Texas. Yes. Can you remember this? Well, 662 of you. Could you make sure? Could you please share this out? YouTube Analytic is not a truth's friend, and it does help. And this is a good turnout considering we're nearly 111 minute in. So this is what we used to do. Even when I was a skinhead, we still did this. We all got down on the floor, which was great. Make sure you got a girl in front of you and behind you. Would be important. And then we go, oops, upside your head. They said, oops, upside your head. Can you remember that? Brilliant days. I miss 80s discos so much. Look at these poor tired French. They've been fighting the Hun all fucking day down in the fucking trenches. And now they're so tired they're falling asleep outside the railway station. Oh, sorry, they'll give them what for later. Of the damn not. So here's a nice little picture of Amsterdam. Look how mud flooded Amsterdam is. Our windows half cut off. You gotta walk down there to get through the door. I love these Dutch houses. They go right back. They're massive, you know, guys, these buildings. They go right the way back. That's what they did it. See, they did it on the rent was you paid on how much frontage you had. So they could go far back as you could possibly imagine. So some of them are really far back. But I do love Amsterdam. Merchants' houses, see these? Carry goods on a pulley up to the windows, furniture, etc. Such a better time. Oh, they got window tax there. Someone know. Shame, same thing with the window tax. They must have introduced it there too. There's a bird box there. That's a nice touch. Oh, that's not a CCTV camera. That's going to be chucking antiquity at the fucking window. No, it's a weird lamp. Okay. Unless I like white light bulb in there, though. Okay, 111 minutes ago, I started my vlog. Yesterday was 1st of November, which is 1st of 11. So it was 11/11 yesterday as well. Okay, so what we're looking at here is a picture of a city in France that is no longer there because of the bombardments. There's no fire taking this place because all the wood is all there. So I'm wondering this. So artillery fires over, lands on the town, explodes, shatters the buildings and the giant's chimney, but it doesn't ignite or burn any of the wood. Nope. Does not compute. I can't get that. Here's the Swedes in summer. So I'm sort of Swedish, I guess you could say. My father was dual nationality. He was Swedish Estonian, but from Estonia. Lived in Sweden and Stockholm all his life, and most of his adult life. And I've got family there. I've actually got brothers, believe it or not, half ones. Not that I've ever met them, but they're there. I know little bits about them. But the old man, he died back in 2012. Deep sea captain Carl. Look at that. See this? You could earn money by carrying placards. And they used to do this in Cardiff. There was a girl who used to carry the Lord Sandwich plaque, the Lord Sandwich shop. And she was pretty. Stuck in my mind all that time ago. So these tanks came in the Germans in World War I in 1918. We had the last year of the war. They chucked these things in. The British had had them a couple of years ahead, and the Germans caught up. Big, huge chains on top. So that changed the face of warfare. The tank. The reason they called the tank is because when they were in design in the First World War, they told none of the people what they were building. They told them they were water tanks. And that's what the rumor was, because loose lips sink ships. Here in the streets of Philadelphia,
Look how much they carry on there. And what? Philadelphia got window tax as well. Blocked off door. See these? Horse chestnuts. I fucking love them. I wish I could get them in Cardiff nowadays. Last time I had them was on the streets of Rome, and the guy that sold it to me threatened to cut my throat for no reason whatsoever. He was shouting at me as well. I never asked him what, but I am proper annoying, so it could have been that. Yeah, he went like that. Done that thing. I was like, yeah, hit back, dude. Fuck you. Look how lovely this Dutch girl is. She's bringing me something bready. So that's something. Right, back to my cooking. So yeah, I had a successful cooking program. Apparently, people don't want to. They want to see me cook and talk truthy stuff. Yeah, it's really popular, and the ladies love a man cook apparently. So there's that. So I'm gonna cook you bread, but it's gonna take ages. I can't do it in 20 minutes because you've got to get the dough to rise for an hour. But bread was something you know. I'd heard a little birdie told me that the bread in America is fucking ridiculously expensive at the moment. Who's a nasty man, Isabel? Oh, them, yeah. Oh, that's okay. So I'm going to make bread, but the next one I'm going to make is something this week for my cooking vlog, my new cooking show called Truth Bites, my hit cooking show. See, I can see it's a whole new genre. Although we do like our Flaterdays, obviously, because nearly 700 of you are watching, so there is that. See this year? This is when you go to the fun fed on Coney Island. You can have burgers. What's burger? And look how everyone's turned out. Oh my God. And can you smell it? Can you smell them donuts? There's a lot of like aerials and stuff going on. Lynn's Hotel and Bar, export beer. Oh, they do. Imagine the beer back then. Mm-hmm. Imagine the filet steaks back then. Mm-hmm. Look at this. Corona. So it's a little French street. I like France. The wine is really, really cheap. Although I had to get like sort of adjusted to their customs and that because they're very different from British customs, especially this kissing girls on each side of the cheek thing. We don't really do that in Britain. In Britain, that's like, fuck me, I'm in. In France, it's like, hello. It's like, fucking hell, she definitely likes me. It's like, no, that's not what's happening. So you might recognize this if you're from the city of Boston, Massachusetts. Massachusetts. It's too good, wasn't it? Said a man with massive Massachusetts. In Massachusetts. So yeah, this has been there like since time immemorial. It's covered in shit. This is in 1907, I believe. And it's the day of the motor car just turning up. God, can you imagine what it'd be like in that house there? I'd love that flat. I just time travel and live in there for a month as long as I got like dollars. Brilliant. Yeah, it's a nice church, this. Yeah, shame we're going to have to bomb it later. Yeah, let's just take a last look. Look at that. It's like a book underneath with fleur-de-lis on it. I wonder what's under that altar. Do you think there's anything in it about clickety-clacking? Listen, I got a fucking bad icky vibe about religion, especially in the last few months what I've been learning. It's like talking about iffy cults, talking about stealing your energy, talking about robbing you of your fucking identity and your sovereignty, all of it. Why wouldn't we empower ourselves and give our lives away like that? That's a dirty trick what they did there. Still, it's good to get it back, eh, guys? Feels really good, in fact. So this Hotel de Ville affair, okay, it's got massive tower thing going on. It's been weirded out. So they blacked out the sky and they've cut the image half out here. The tree, it ends there, and then as the rest is just missing, which I find weird. Okay, and there's something really strange going on the side of the building. I really don't know what it is, but it looks like a pulley, a gantry, some weird constructy thing. Looks like what I said earlier about the Matrix. Is it scaffolding? It doesn't really look like. It's like it's there and it's not, if you know what I mean. Something going on with that for sure. Mud flood. So digging the mud out of Rome. They did this. Look at the size. See these red bricks? You can tell this is apparently what they call Roman brick, because they put it in a smaller red brick and they put it on flat, and they go on brick on top of brick, not square bricks. And as you can see, the Roman viaduct, the Roman ginormous wall, and all of it is filled with, yes, mud, because there was a mud flood. I don't say it just cause. Here's another evidence of which came first, the mud or the buildings. Did they coffer dam the mud off to build the buildings, or did the buildings mud come in later, causes some river flood? Looks like that, doesn't it? Especially the floods you've seen this year, and there's more to come. Floods all over the world at the moment. Like this week, check the weather. It's fucking craziness over places. Britain has had the warmest weather on record, but they're not telling us. I set this IP address as like I wanted like Spain, I thought, because I really don't like that rubbish weather. So I want like good weather. And since then, it's been like fucking Portugal for the last 3 weeks. And long will it last as well. Thinking of having a barbecue Christmas Day. Throw another reindeer on a barbie. Yeah. Eat Rudolph's nose. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't eat Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer. That's a psycho thing to say. I wouldn't do that. All of this was under the ground, look, guys, under the mud. So yeah, I was watching a thing. Apparently, the guy who plays Batman, the famous British actor, whose name just Christian Bale, one of the greatest British actors of the modern day. Apparently, he don't like all of that Hollywood thing. He said he based the character for American Psycho, yeah, on Tom Cruise. It's like, what? Apparently it's a thing, and they all think. So railways in the past, just digging them out. Why are they down there in the first place, guys? And these are pretty deep as well. That's how deep. Digging the mud out of the realm. And what about this? At first I thought it was the laying of Lenin's tomb, but it's too vast and it takes a good proportion of a red square. And I know you've got like Lenin's tomb and Stalin's tomb underground in Red Square. So apparently all of this year, that's Kremlin, all of this year is underground and not on the surface anymore. So either they're building it then, or it's an old civilization that is under Moscow. It's a really good photograph. That's why I chose as thumbnail. Very weird photograph. More mud flood. Look at this old Coptic church thing going on. Wooden door. It's been there so long that the stone is up against it. And it's all mudded in. That's interesting sort of stonework. It's not like Christian stuff. I don't know what that is actually. Anyway, so New Orleans, 1901. What a beautiful place, New Orleans, guys. And look at all them old Tatarian buildings. See, I think Louisiana, I think there was the Welsh there. I think the Cajuns are the Welsh. I know they speak this Patois and a French dialect and that, but I really do think, and the name's French as well. But previous to that, I think it was Welsh. The architecture's Welsh, man. Check this, grow a Barbie in a modern day. Time's catching up. These are for little kids. They get little gummies as well. You know, kids love gummies. Yeah. They're quiet. What you want? Back in my day, they used to put Evo stick on the dummy. Shut up. Put it in your mouth. So there's Wednesday's mother. She smokes too much. Here's Lisa doing pole dancing. Nah, she was a clever witch. That is a pole dancer. Pole dancing is an art, isn't it? It's nothing to do with perving at all, apparently. All that leg splitting apart and rubbing their groins down a pole, and nothing to do with sex at all. It's to do with art. Think circus, fucking look. Circus things. Can't fucking say it. Circus, That's it. I'm not good with French, being Welsh. So as you can see, this is AD 400. The whole of Britain, mostly, except for the Huns, is Welsh. And then the Angles and the Saxons come in, yeah, and then they sort of come this way and this way and this way and this way, and now we just get this little bit here. Apparently, seems like a big fucking skank to me. See, that's not lost on me. Not that I do nationalism or anything anymore, because, you know, this place is an illusion. I'm just being awkward, I guess. Is the fact that we are occupied, and I've been for 700 years since Llewellyn. I'm not really into it. I want Wales to be fucking Wales, man. So this is coming into London railway station, and look at all them tracks. I scrapped in London, worked on a scrap, and the big complex at the back of Liverpool Street Station. I was climbing on the roof, man, just pulling all the metal up, scrapping it. I worked a few times up in London doing scrap metal work. And other work, bar work, you name it, I've done it all of that. So yeah, Squirrel Sniper, you in chat now, bro? Squirrel Sniper is playing a game called Over the Ice Wall, and I'm a character in it. I hope I'm not a baddie. Because you wouldn't make me a baddie, Nathan. Why would you do that? So it's got all other people as characters as well. You're on there. You're in the game. Martin Liedtkes. I'm called Snow. Martin Liedtkes Snow. Oh, canvas. Oh, nice Welsh flag on there. Fucking squirrel. Nice one. I hate predictive. What's that? Predictive text. Oh, Simone, you like me. So Cardiff, here, Birmingham, Alabama. You got Cardiff in Alabama. You got Huntsville as well. I went to the other Huntsville in Texas. I don't mean the prison. I did. I went to the prison. I went to the prison museum. Jason Archaics. I went to visit the electric chair. I shit you not. So look at this. The town of Cardiff in Alabama. You're telling me the Welsh wasn't all in the colonies? They were there. The town of Cardiff, Alabama, has a long, rich history, situated along the winding, picturesque banks of the 5 Mile Creek. Oh, that sounds nice. An area of present-day Cardiff was originally settled in the 1830s by the Crocker family. According to historian Martha Malkin, who recorded Cardiff's history in the book Cardiff Family Circles, and then it goes on about it. They accompanied a Scotsman. So, yeah, we got towns and everything. Look at their town hall. Posh, innit? I know. We got it all. So, I'm confused about this picture. It seems like, you know, apart from the esoteric meaning and the Kabbalah meaning, then why is Kabbalistic things to do with Jesus? Why would that even be? Why would that even be? Call me crazy, but I like to see other people happy and succeeding. Life is a journey, not a competition. So I'm there. I want to see everybody happy and succeeding, except for greedy bastards that don't deserve it. But it's always going to just explode, and they're just going to be chucked on, you know, like Christians chucked on a fire, all of them, and they will, and it always happens. Study shows kids who are homeschooled can miss out on the opportunity of being a gay communist. Fancy that. This is another thing that gets me. We didn't really do this with the Britons and the Germans after World War II. I mean, we might have had a few, like, you know, meetings in, say, Essen or something, but I doubt it very much. I can't see the British going off and meeting the fucking SS, shaking hands over a fence and saying, oh, it was a bloody good battle, that. But here we got the Confederates and the Union Army saying hi. Okay, Battle of Gettysburg. Yeah, no hard feelings, eh? Yeah, no hard feelings. That cannonball took my best friend's head off. No hard feelings, though. I find that weird. I find that really, really weird. The reconstructions and all of this, I do dig that they're all Americans. But, you know, the British and Germans are all Germans anyway. So there's that. So it's all the same, isn't it? Oh, so here's Manchester, the central square in Manchester, in an old painting, and there's nothing changed too much. What's the name of that square in Manchester? Oh, my mind. It's gone blank. But anyway, it hasn't changed too much. So he's pulling his cart, and there's a cab taxi thing over there, horse and cart. And in the modern day, same place, and he's taking his dustbin. Nothing new under the sun. Just the technologies have changed. Happy days. Sprites. I think they show us that there's a dome, because they are like an upside down effect. You know, these sprites, they come downwards, not upwards. And why wouldn't they go upwards? Some sort of springing up there. But you know, the whole thing is just craziness, and it's plasma, electromagnetic effect. You know, their reasoning for what these sprites are doesn't ring true to me, but what does ring true is some sort of electromagnetics off of the dome, same with the Aurora Borealis. I think that this is to do with the North Pole hole and magnetized light. So this was recorded and put on Wales Online this week, and this was photographed by a Welshman on a hilltop in Wales, and he says that he's seen a spectre on Halloween, this spooky figure with an aura all around it that he photographed. But what can we believe in the days of AI anyway? So this is something, a little lesson I learned early in life. One, I lived next across, my high school was across the road from Western Cemetery and a Jewish cemetery, massive. And I came out of school one day, mitching with my friends, and turned the corner, and there was 50 Rolls Royces. As far as the eye can see, one Rolls Royce after the other, after the other. I was like, my mouth just dropped. I was like, oh my God, they got all the money in the fucking world. Oh my God, couldn't believe it. And I knew then. And here is the synagogue in Cathedral Road in Cardiff. And as you can see, one Rolls Royce after the other, after the other, after the other. And I seen the same myself in the 1980s. Who got all the money? Follow the money. Never offline. Time magazine are telling you this is going to happen. The Apple Watch has just started. How wearable tech will change your life. Now, I've seen this in the movies. This is a scary revolution that is going to happen, is that we're going to have all this data in our forearm. That is coming. That is sure. Just like the film with Justin Timberlake, Time Out. Brilliant film. Justin Timberlake should have done more movies like that. That was a really good film. But it was based on currency, and energy was time. And you could have 1 million hours, and you would live forever if you had 1 million hours. Yeah, crazy good film, but they're doing it for real. They always show us in the movies what's coming anyway, don't they? That's coming. Fuck that. This isn't aged well. So I was thinking, like the Phoenicians, you know, it's like they're well-beings, aren't they? They're well-beings, beings of the well. And we are well-beings. Okay, this is interesting. And we are, how long into this vlog? 2 hours plus. Okay, 700 watching. Thank you for being here. Happy Flaterday today. Hope everyone's got high vibration going on, because I have. And all of the people in the chat have. So if you've joined, Manny, there, Truth Seeker 2. I know he's got high vibration going on. Simone's got high vibration. Marianne. Steve Richards. He's got high vibration going on. Only overly so. Steve's going to explode the wheel with his Brian. Somewhere in time. So much love to you, Stephen. Hope all is well. So, yeah, these are things on fairgrounds and curio back in the past. And these are things you could have visited. This is weird, right? 1970, they say, a genuine African witch doctor alive. It's alive as opposed to what? Dead. African witch doctor. So they had a guy coming in, yeah, probably bone through his nose or something, walk over hot coals and then over a bed of nails, which has nothing to do with magic at all. It's to do with knowing what this place is. Okay, which is all magic anyway. That's why we're so magical beings, guys. This exhibit is not entertainment. See the shocking, brutal truth. Learn the heartbreaking facts about drug abuse. You must see these victims. So dig, right? Apparently, you go into an exhibit that would show you drug addicts. Maybe they made them cold turkey, so they were sweating and shaking like fuck and dying on their asses. So you can see the effects of drug addiction. Something don't feel quite right with that. Anything can happen. If your trip is a bummer, remember Charles Manson and Sharon Tate, it's the actual victims. So, what, like actual victims of Hills of Ice, for example, or The Saw. Anything can happen if your trip is a bummer. Well, I've had loads of bummer trips. Yeah, never fucking bumped anyone off though. Edna Blanche, snake charmer. I like snake charming. You can hypnotize them, can you? Just by playing the music. You got to know about snakes, so I bet you she had hardly anything on, because it's a bit boring snake charming. It's a bit better if they got hardly anything on. Zoma the sadist, she's alive. So Dick, guys, yeah, a known artist. Zoma the sadist, she's alive, and you can go in an exhibit and see Zoma in action, basically stabbing to death somebody. So why did they say she's alive as opposed to what? It's like Zoma the sadist, dead. Yeah, that'd be fucking weird. Okay, the great tattooed lady. You get a lot of tattooed ladies now, so that's no biggie. But in the past, they used to be circus fucking freaks. So you can get this on Dirty Sanchez and other silly shows. Like this guy who used to, like, can you remember that guy who used to put a clothes iron on string off of his bollocks and swing it around? God, that was stupid. But this guy's like literally hammering a nail in his nose. You could probably swallow a sword and other weird fucking things. But that's not rare. They're doing that all the time now on the internet, aren't they? Megan Logan Paul will have a moment of sanity and he hammer a 6-inch nail into his nose. Medical discovery of the age. Yeah. Old squaw. Now, squaw is a derogative term for an Indian Native American lady, so we won't say that. Old squaw snake oil. Snake oil's big business nowadays. Self-help, big business. You can take this and make you feel fan-fucking-tastic when the fact is, all is mind, and you can make yourself feel fantastic if you just knew. But, you know, giving it away, they fuckers. Exotic Moroccan dancing, different. Now, this I think I would be a massive fan for. I would definitely subscribe to this event and probably go back. I can just feel in my water that was going to be fantastic. Be like Hill Lung, but with right. That is a Mephrodite. So it's a boy-girl thing. So that is nothing weird about that in the modern era. That's pure normal. Roberta Ray, 2 bodies and 1 head alive. Roberta Ray, 2 bodies and 1 head alive, as in she's got a dead head. 2 bodies and 1 head. Okay. They don't show you that, do they? Is it a man and a woman's body? That'd be weird, wouldn't it? Good, fuck yourself. Amazon snake charmer. I've got 2 snake charmers. They're milking that. And she's alive. She's got a giant yellow python. Dance of death. Totem dance. Oh, I love that. So what happens in this? Well, let's take a guess. She does a dance naked, practically. And then what? She dies. Or pretends to die. And then comes back again. That would be worth paying money for, actually. The master of magic. This is me. I've always loved magic tricks. I've always loved magic since I was forever. I've always loved it. I've been obsessed with magic all my life. Why wasn't I a magician? Because I couldn't do it, really. I never had sleight of hand. And the patience, because of whatever I got. I haven't got the patience to do things like that. I got ants in my pants. I can't sit there and practice things like that forever. That's why I can't do music. I had flitty focus, but my focus now is better, much better. Past and present. So we had these creatures, and I've showed you these in books, haven't I, guys? These monstrosities. And homunculus. So that would be interesting if they did have homunculus. giant baby, 10 years old and 390 pounds. Giant baby. That's not unusual in this day and age either. Because it's Fatsville. Strange girls, can they marry like other girls? Well, I don't know. Have children? Probably best not. Be happy as they are. Why were they born? Well, no. Let's have a think about that. Strange girls are interesting. I like strange girls. Are they worth marrying? They're not like other girls. Are they worth having children? Probably not. Are they happy? Yes. And should they be? Yes. Strange girls. There you are. That's them. When you're strange, faces come out of the... When you're strange, no one remembers your name. Right, so I'm coming back for a minute because I've got to visit you all and see what's going on in the realm. I have got a bit to show, and I want to just check out the time and where we're at. Shit go down, you know, like you do. Okay, am I here? Okay, we have 648 you watching. Thank you for being here today. Hope the fuck up with the microphone stopped early on. I don't know if the plug may be not in properly or something like that. It's okay now though, isn't it? So how's it going, Steve? Thumbs to you, my brother. Typical English guy. I'm smoking some good Star Dog. Everyone in the world's smoking fucking Star Dog. And old soft black gold seal styly. Why did you say that? See my video the other week moaning, didn't you? Oh, there's a nice typical English guy. Alva Billy. Not jello at all. Life is magic. Well, it's what you make it. And that's the score here, guys. It is definitely that. It's what you make it. And where your direction goes. Don't give your energy away. Keep it for you and your family and people you love. Yes, the community is brilliant. I love the community with all my heart. You know, I try not to be like, you know, because I've seen other places, you know, that just gone all weird and culty, you know. I that's never going to happen. Yeah, I'm just not going to do that. I'm way past that. I'm 10 years into YouTube. I've been through it all. You know, fucking channel getting big, getting splattered, all of the convention. You know, I've done it all in this medium of social media on the highest levels. And I can honestly say, best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. Say hello to my beloved Sarah Cook. Steve's a man in love. Sarah. Okay, say hi to Sarah Cook. Said hi. Loves the show. Thank you for being here anyway, guys. Thank you for putting up with me, Isabel, and letting me share my Brian. Squidgy Black beer guy saying as well. Started off jello theme now. You have Dragon Sage. You have to believe we are magic. Nothing can stand in your way. Xanadu. Thank you for that, Olivia Newton-John. Belief got lie in it. I think belief is, you know, it's the killer intellect, really. It's not that. It's just, you don't need the belief. You just got to know what you are and how powerful you are. Never doubt it. Honest to God, never doubt it, guys. Because that's you. You just, wow. If you get it back, and when you get it back full, I'm just working at it. I'm getting it back. But I mean, a big fucking shining star. They're going to be like shriveling up. It's going to be amazing. Magnetic magic net. Exactly, Kerry. That's what I was thinking. You picked up on my Brian. Dallas Fowler. Hi, bro. See you. Thank you for being here again. Realize. Hello from Houston, Texas. I was in Houston, Texas the last day last year, yesterday. No, today. No, I arrived back. Yeah, last weekend just gone is when I had my last Houston meetup, which was really absolutely awesome with you guys. LVK, good to see you. Cal Spitfire. So yeah, going to be doing stuff. Got Alpha Vedic next Thursday. Keep an eye out on the descriptions in my community page, excuse me, and I will link that up. Another show's coming up as well. I don't do too many, as you know. Keep an eye out this week for my cooking program. That's coming back. I'm going to cook something absolutely fantastic. Because I tell you what, I do yummy food, guys. Oh, and the brilliant thing is about it is I eat it all as well, which is brilliant. And you know, A lot of people in Britain, I can promise you, are struggling to eat and survive. They can't do it all. They're just not getting enough money anymore. So, not that they did anyway. So to be able to show people how to cook affordable, nourishing food makes me feel good that I can help. I love Afghani black hash. Let's all do a big prayer, should we? No, that's me trying to control C. Well, just chuck it out there. Martin, black hash. Max Campbell. Hey Campbell. Is our Campbell? Is that our Campbell? Could be. There he is. Is that Campbell? Autodidactic? Are you Campbell, bruv? Seen your first ever hangout the other day with Kelly. Oh, God, it was like fucking 10 years ago, man. But it's not. It was only a couple of years ago. It's like that much has happened. But yeah, Campbell was in America when we last year. We had the best time. The best time. We had good fun, don't we, Cam? Yes, we do, man. Yes, we do. It is. So, and Alva Billy, he's my precious brother, and Manny Itch, who's literally loves his P1000. Like, he touches it and stuff. He sits there and he plays with his P1000. He makes the lens come in and out like this. Don't you, Manny? Typical. The new guy. You're cool looking, Martin. Oh, thank you, new guy. New guy who's been with us ages, who's not so fucking new anymore. Big Kush, Primo Black. I'm gonna have some chocolate milkshake. Comfort drink. Oliver Klein, good to see you, my brother. The good black, good one with the crown. No, man, Afghani swords, double swords, like that. Best Afghani black in the world, bro. I'll take it from a man who knows. Because I'm 57 now. I've been smoking since I was 11. I'm way over 40 years in now. So there you go. Also with my my truth quest. But I'm definitely passing through. And I just, I like to know that everyone else is passing through as well. And so I don't get invested in, oh, God, this and oh, God, that. I mean, that's terrible. Like a lot of people do. As a natural default, don't do any of that. And that gives you sense of freedom and lights up loads of your mind to what you want to do, and peace of mind is what I wanted. I got that. Awesome friends, got that. My channel, just okay, just tick over, don't fucking, I don't want to be one of them fucking exploding channels that got millions of fucking weirdos. Anyway, so there's that. So I got exactly what I wanted there. 3 fingers, much like you, Campbell. Says 3 fingers. Who's in Myrtle Bay? See, I know everything about my subscribers, my friends. CDM. Yes, Martin. Chris from Bournemouth. Birmingham. I know Birmingham really, really well. I was there 3 times this year, including Stourbridge, but Steve missed me because he went off to Hereford Cathedral to live on the grass when I was in his town. Missed him. Polyester. Doing a gig in the Talbot Hotel, which was really good. Alv, okay, good to see you. You enjoyed my cooking video, good. Curry was absolutely beautiful, Tim, beautiful. So yeah, obviously I can't cook all the time for the vegetarians, and I'm not a vegetarian. I fucking love my meat. Although I am after watching this relationship video with a sheep and a dog the other day. The sheep come up and he kissed the sheepdog for looking after him and caring for him, which I was quite touched by. And I thought, well, yeah, but I still love lamb chops. Is that psycho? Lamb chops, mint sauce, still makes mouth water. I don't know. What am I supposed to do, guys? So I'm going to cook you something like one of my specials. Okay, something that I can get in the time span of a video. But whatever happens, it will be fantastic food. And I will share truthy thoughts with you. I think it's, a great genre is philosophical thinking while cooking. And I noticed the cooking helps me think. It literally helps me think. Cooking helps me think. Nick, good to see you. Love. Marianne. Love. That's how we win, as you know. And it's not a cliche. I couldn't give a fuck. Love is the answer, guys, because all them evil people and fear people, they suck. They suck. I don't want to be around them. Don't want to listen to them. They're all like, me, me. Little wing. But, you know, I don't expect everyone to have really tough lives, you know. That's what it is, really, is they just had silver spoons and they don't know about life. And dirty their hands, really. I don't hold that against them because that's just their lives. But when they moan like they got something fucking wrong, when they haven't, and they got it all, and they don't even know it. Combat Finn, face red smiling. Another great video. That's really groovy. I'm so grateful. That's what I like to do. I come and make people happy and smile. Bring them on a high vibration. Magic. Wiggly Flat Thumbs. 16 Alpha. Why is it illegal to make robots that call people with recordings of bullshit? Yeah, I know. Why is that? There's 100 fucking things they do that shouldn't be legal. But yeah, fucking, I concur. Okay, thank you, Simone. Thank you, Kat, as well. Cat Hat. Love you. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you. And India, love you. India Wilson, who is lovely holistic media, as we all know. Our resident holistic media. Ooh, Bobo Jangles. I saw the movie in a theatre. Oh, and tasty waffles. Oh, I have nothing burning here. Spent all my dollars on hookers and blow. Tasty, you need to have a little think about your life. Not the meat, you know. I don't think that's sustainable. Maybe on the short term. But all that energy as well you're taking off of women that have been with all them men as well. Do you ever think about that? The energy exchange. You got to take all that on board. You'd have to do 1,000 smudgings to get that shit off you, man. I wouldn't take the gamble, bro. Ugh. No, really. Energy's permeating, absorbing the people, and it carry them over, man. Make you fucking ill. Sleeping with the wrong person can make you fucking ill. I'm telling you now. And I don't mean with a fucking VD. I mean spiritually ill. Really. It'll take a lot of healing. 17 Joy. Carl Spitfire. Bucket bongs. Oh, I love the bucket. Can't beat a bucket. That's all we had in the old days was buckets, hot knives, and bongage. The old bimble. The bimble was the mobile bong. So we used to make a mix in a little box. We used to take it out on our mobile mix, go out up to the woods, up to the Wennels or whatever, and get fucked up. Drop some acid. Tell Martin that meditation is medication and cure the illusion separation. I don't meditate, mate. I don't have to. I've gone past that. No, I wasn't a very experienced meditator like 40 years ago as well. But I'm in a place now where I do meditation in a different way by thinking my thoughts. I can literally lay there, right, and think yummy thoughts and get goose pimples right through me. It's better than any drug. And I do that to myself on command. You can't put a fucking price on that, guys. I'm telling you. You can't put a price on that. Yeah. Goose pimples, beautiful buzzes, all of that. Just thinking your own thoughts. Come on. And all them people taking drugs trying to get fucked up. Gold Seal hot knives. Oh, I just said that. Sail away. Sail away with me, honey. I love that song by gives me goose pimples. That song, "Sail Away" by David Gray. What a song! What a musician, actually. Tim Porter, coffee and figs in Newton for me. Okay, so I got a few things going on anyway. I got this alien event coming up next year. I'll keep shouting that. It's linked up below. You can get tickets for that. I'm going to be presenting in the biomed alien sort of event, but they talk about consciousness studies and they're introducing flat Earth, obviously, because I'm going to be talking about all of this: Tataria, mud flood, shape of the Earth. I don't hold nothing back. Okay, just let it go, man. Just let it go. Just let it go. That jello over the black. You still gotta let that go, man. I love that song too, man. Love that song moment. That song so much. What's your favourite episode of the Peep Show? Favorite hands-on. Oh, let me think. I don't know about the Peep Show, but I watched an episode of Fast Train the other day, which was really, really bad. There's some guy doing the Chemical Brothers gymnastics video parody, dressed in like a leotard. You just don't want to see a man in a leotard in front of like school kids, basically. It was like obscene in too many ways. But yeah, the Peep Show I stopped watching, man, because after David Mitchell slagged off Flat Earth, and I thought, if I that cunt, I'll fucking see him. And he walked straight up to me outside of Cardiff Castle, which is like a squillion to one, but I still fucking knew it would happen. I'm not even tall. I'm like an inch or so off of 6 foot, and he was like down there on me. Honest to God, he could have fucking drop kicked him. But yeah, he was really obnoxious and said like stupid things like about the fact. Yeah. So there's that. So I stopped watching the Peep Show because of that. I like Catherine Tate. Catherine Tate cracks me up. I love the posh kids. You ever seen that? The posh kids? Yeah. Don't look at them. Don't look at what are they, mummy? They're not wearing brogues. They're poor people. Don't look at them for too long. It'll rub off on you. They're terrible. Don't look. Have you met the poor people? Oh, they're wonderful. That is John Cleese said in Men That Wear Tights, the Robin Hood film. Oh, have you met the poor? Oh, they're wonderful. And he rolls his eyes. So yeah, have a listen to the intro for The Meaning of Life, Monty Python, because there's more Tavistock. They were the Oxford Footlights, weren't they? So they knew lots more than they knew. They were given some of the information. And in The Meaning of Life, they tell you everything about this place in the beginning intro, what this place is. Yeah, except for the bit with Eric Idle about the heliocentric stuffy. Mushrooms up on Clee Hill in the UK. And so there you are. Mushrooms up on the Clee Hill. Stephen saying, get up on Clee Hill. Curious Squirrel, who's our lovely Laurie. Hey, sweetness. Good to see you. Mongol Rex. I thought you said Mongol Rex. I said they would eat their hairy women. I'm not going to go there with you. I'm not going to go there with you. I was going to tell you about my... So there's a black cat lives out the front, and basically he's homeless because the people who lived next door before, they was like crack dealers. They got kicked out. They were really bad. And they had the drug, the cat, addicted to crack because he was breathing all the fumes in. And now he's got to go and score his own drugs. He gets some more off the cartel. That's actually true. But he's out there. And the woman who lives in there that's looking after it, she's a biter. Apparently she bit a security guard at Boots. She bit. Okay, so apparently the electrician or the plumber that went in there for the water leak yesterday said it was the smelliest fucking place he ever went in his life. And asked his boss, could I not go in there? Because he smells something. So I want to rescue this black cat. But he won't come to me. And he's really like, because of his addiction, previous addiction problems, and his business with the cartel, he keeps the fuck away from me. I have moved there. So I was going to rescue a cat anyway, but then I can't look after it anymore then because that'll fucking kill my travelling if I got to look after a moggy. Although we'll see how it goes. Okay. So I hope you're all well-beings. Hope you all stay fantastic. Make sure to subscribe to this channel. That's a thing. And Campbell there as well. Campbellage. Machiavelli. 600 watching. Thank you, JT, for that. Yeah, make sure to like this video because even though you're going to thumb it up, it will not take. Okay, because I had about 3 comments last week saying I thumbed your video up, man, and it never took. So yeah, don't worry, it doesn't matter in the algorithm anyway. Christine, it does. Even thumb downs matter. Open a can of tuna. Will soon come and see you. And what happened to Brennan? He used to say Bumblebee Tuna. I haven't seen Brennan in ages. And still putting the feelers out for Shiva Shampoo is missing. Don't know what's happened to him. Maybe he's banged up in fucking Delhi Hilton or something. I don't know. But something's happened to Shiva Shampoo. So send signals out there. Shiva, Martin Leaker wants to know what the fucking hell's going on. Okay? Because we're concerned now. It's been a long time. And I know other communities are wondering what happened to him as well. So there's that. Life in the chat lane. Life in the chat lane, coming out to blow your mind. Sooner, okay, Sooner 54 has been with me for 10 years. One of my first ever subscribers, in fact. Go back that far. Combat Fin. 10 years on YouTube and still sane. I fucking heard that. You know I'm psychic, don't you? I heard you say that. Okay, what's that? Sure, send an email to Michelangelo. Yes, Shiva has been MIA for a long time, missing without action. Yeah, it's weird, that is. It's fucking weird. YouTube's just weird, man. James Galloway. People just disappear and think nobody's going to care. It's like family. It's like, let's know something, please. Then I'm going to be thinking about it. Dave Robson from Cardiff to Oz in 20. Yeah. It's great, isn't it? It's great, the internet, where we can just connect with other people around the world. My cat would be indignant and offended if he tried feeding canned fish. He hates it. Is that true? Oh, what is he like then? Kebabs? I had a cat, tuna. Oh, right, they love some cats don't like fish. I don't know though. My son's rabbit, our rabbit, Lucky, she don't like carrots. She loves dock leaves, but she don't like carrots. See? Don't know, do you? Oh well, it's what it is. Maybe it'll fix itself, YouTube, but I can't fucking see it because I can see the way it's going. And content providers are like, God. It's all in favour of bullshit and toast. There's Campbell's email. Get on to him. He's proton me. Cat cracks. Yeah. My favourite drug is crackabees. Crackabees. It's very Moorish. It was brought in by Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela brought it in. Crackabees. It's non-addictive drugs. Crackabees. No, it probably is addictive. Probably best to just not bother with drugs, full stop. It's definite recipe for death. My cat, I love sardines on toast, me. Do you love sardines on toast? Something else I'm going to cook with, you probably don't know. I'm going to cook with seaweed. Yeah, it's called lava bread in Wales. That's right, you heard me right. Seaweed. We're going to cook with seaweed on Flaterday British. I'm going to do what would be in your lingo a Spanish omelette, but I got a twist on it. It's called a Welsh omelette with seaweed. I know. It's fucking epic. We're going to smash it this week on cooking. My cat. It's catastrophic what happens to cats. It is. Hi. Cheech, you're going to have to go, mate. I'm going home now. No, I'm already home. I mean, I'm going to knock it in the head. This Helen. But Yaki da. Not all cats like catnip, I've discovered. No, they don't. Some get shit-faced. I watched a documentary, or one of those YouTube things, about which animals get wankered the most. Squirrels. They're fucking wankered. Squirrels are wankered all the time. That's why they're running around like fucking squirrely and all that. Because they're proper donutted, like whizzing their heads off. Squirrels are. And bees like to get wankered. Birds, they like berries when they ferment, so they get drunk. Birds like to get wankered. Sheep and cows love magic mushrooms. They do. They wait for them to come round and they munch them all up and fly a guy wreck. Yeah. So tripping sheep and tripping cows, all that goes into the food, you know. Yeah. And let's be honest, it is basically they're grass fed, aren't they? So it's grass fed food, really. Think about it. It's mostly vegetarian. Isabel. Anyway, that's just me. You do you, boo, and I do me. Annie, where in the cosmos is it? I don't know what that means, Annie, but love to you as well. What's got a hazelnut in every bite? Squirrel shit. Squirrel shit. I know that one. Mushrooms are the best. Oh, I think everyone would concur with that about around this time, David. think everyone would concur. Yeah, this is medicine. So there you are, a non-culty video. 700 of you watching. Roanoke, yeah, man, I should do a video on Roanoke. I've talked about it on Jason's vlog years, last year. Yeah, what happened to those people, man? It's just totally weird. It's like the fucking Mary Celeste. There's more going on with that. And they were Welsh, the Roanoke people. They were from Wales. Yeah. No shit. Always. Wavy caps. No, I only recently discovered them psilocybe wavy caps on a YouTube video. And we were all having shrooms when we were in school. They were growing up. Literally, I would be in my classroom window, looking out the window, and there was a fucking patch of shrooms up my window. We were like, guess what I'm doing? Break. Straight fucking out there. Out my school window. I'm joking. So, and that was everyone, boys and girls. I think everyone in Britain grew up like that, maybe. Don't know. Who knows? The teachers wondered what was going on. It's like these kids are coming on really, really quick. So smart. They're smarter than us. What's going on with them? Never eat on an empty stomach. Yeah. Eat water. Nixon. Pigs are smart as dogs. Yeah, they are. They have tremendous memories. Most don't know. Is that true? Pigs have tremendous memories. Somebody said in my comments when I said about like them having a witch's spell done on them and they were people, because have you seen their eyes? They're like proper human eyes, aren't they? Because we just had a witch's spell done on them. I still love donkeys and monkeys, and not because they just sound the same. Okay, and I got dyslexia at all. Monkeys are awesome. And do you know what else gets wankered? Sloths. Do you know why sloths don't do anything all day? Yeah. Because they're wankered. No shit. Pandas, they're wankered. They're on eucalyptus all day. They're off it. Pandas. Koala bears. Yeah, do you know koalas? They're awesome. I love a koala bear. Love a koala. They're wankered. They're just chewing gat all day, basically. Yeah, exactly. So this conversation's going nowhere quickly. I'm going to shoot off. 600 of you still hearing me say words. Doesn't matter though, does it? So yeah, there's a link below. Check out that if you are in California or near or even Arizona or something. I guess you could make your way to California. So my sound was all right after I sorted it out, was it? Thank you, Isabel, mate. I don't know what happened there. Maybe you just glitch out. When you watch it back, anybody, just move over that bit. Nothing happened anyway. Oink, oink. What does a pig use when he doesn't feel well? Ointment. Oh, all right then. The devil isn't evil. No, it's people. And they're fucking doing it, and they just cite it off to... No, Morris, they just say, it's the devil, it's demon made me do it. When it's not, it's just a shitty individuals, and they did it of their own fucking fruition, because all is mind. Nothing coming out and telling you how to do things. That's bullshit. That's you. And if there is some voice that comes, that's you too. It's your higher self, or whatever they call it. When are you coming to California? Next April. Next April. I gotta actually have to raise money to get there first because I haven't got it. So I'm gonna do probably thumb drive images. 100,000. I packed 80,000 images on there, and it didn't even take that long to load up. These thumb drives are wicked, but they're a bit more pricey. But I need to invest in a few and get some for the guys. So that's what I'm gonna do. There you are, all out in the open. Let's not hide anything. Machiavelli. There's no point. Coffee. Love your channel. Thank you so much. And Viking. Let's go full Viking. I'm a Viking. I'm half Estonian. Viking. Yeah, well, I'll keep you all informed. It's a long way away yet. 6 months, 5 months off. LAX. Come to Santa Cruz. Oh, I'd love to go to Santa Cruz. Have time to go down the beach. Yeah, That's yeah, I know. I would have gone before. It's like I'm really unhappy about not being in America, but it's cost so much money and I can't get there. But I am sad about it because I do fell in love with America, didn't I? Jess? And that's just not because they got good weeds and Bloody Marys and not women. That's not why at all. 16 Alpha. No, the beginning of April. It's in the links in the descriptions box below. I'll actually show you, yeah. They got some good subjects. Some of them are daft as brushes, but it doesn't matter because, you know, that's people's journey, isn't it, in the place? And they're passing through as well. So there's that. Okay, alien event. There you go. There's maps and everything there. USA is awesome, Campbell. Me and Campbell had a great time there. Just the best. Going through New Mexico. I tell you what I love. Ribeyes. Don't make me gel. Something we just don't have in Britain is ribeyes. Santa Fe. Oh my God. The feeling I had there was just special. Something about the place there. I got underwater aquifers, and as soon as I got there, I felt different. I felt just alive. The place was fucking fantastic. It's unbelievable. The whole New Mexico, it's true what they say. It's like it's enchanting. And it feels completely different than Texas. As soon as you cross the border to New Mexico, you feel different. It feels different. It's definitely it is enchanting. It's so beautiful. Landscapes that just go on forever and ever. You lived in Santa Fe for 10 years, did you, Baranova? Oh, lucky you. All hidden away, all them mud buildings. You wouldn't even know there was a big city there, would you? The way it looks in the day. It's just clever they did that. Never fucked it up with high rise. Gotta dig that. So Hank Shirt, my brother. If you don't know already, this is my brother. He's dead, obviously, as you can see, but he's happy. He is prone to protein spikes occasion. Oh shit. You do go on, don't you? But can you see the likeness? The hair. I had to tie his hands behind his back because since he'd been dead, he does compulsive masturbating. It's awful. Just fucking. Apparently, being dead's horny. Don't know. Maybe we'll get to find out. Yeah, he is fit, Marianne. He's fit as fuck. Yeah, I'm telling you. You want to see? He's got loads of birds. Hank the Wank. Yeah, they're all a bit bony. Well, they're dead, but it doesn't stop him. Hank's so happy. He's the happiest little skeleton in the world. I love Hank the Wank too, Isabel. Let's have one more look at Hank. Hi, bro. Just, it's uncanny how much he looks like me, though, isn't it, guys? So give Hank the Wank, my brother, a thumbs up. Halloween. So, shut the fuck up. So he's in prison clothes. He escaped from Huntsville prison. Yeah, he basically got caught TDA, touching dog's ass. So, that means stealing a car, actually. Take drive away. But it rhymes with touching dog's ass as well. It was Cockney saying. Skinflint, how's it going, mate? Yeah, it's all right, isn't it? All's well. I'm alive in the realm, passing through, doing my thing. 500 people watching me, 555 people watching me talk. Fucking sweet, nothing. But I am saying goodbye and giving you all loves. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, typical English guy with a big chunk of black ash. Dallas Fowler and Nixon. Roger, merci beaucoup. So is Ron Jeremy's voice. Know about American politics things, mate. We don't even care about things like that. Why would we? I like Trumpsky. So why isn't he? I don't think he's like a pedo or anything. He likes women, don't he? He's always on about jokes and stuff. I think he's all right. Right, stay awesome, Campbell. I might be wrong, though. They're all actors anyway. Doesn't matter, does it? House, good to see you. Fantastic. 555 is an awesome number. In the chat, Illuminati confirmed. No, 333 is Illuminati confirmed. No. Okay. Illuminati paying bottle caps. So, Lisa, what are you saying? Tunes in too late. We'll rewatch later. Yeah, the microphone goes a bit fuzzy 15 minutes in for like half a minute. So just score over that bit. The rest is epic, Lisa. Awesome. Homie. Okay, make sure to subscribe and everything. I'm got to go. Okay, that's been almost 3 hours. 7, 8, 9, 10, 3 hours again. Okay, keep watching. I'm going to cook you something beautiful and tasty this week with some more Truth Vidges on Truth Bites. My now very popular analytic algorithm free, because it like literally loves that shit, video. They don't like all this, so we plow on. Once more into the breach, dear friends. That's another thing he said, Henry. Got to tip your hat to Henry V. He's also to rally the troops. Learned a lesson or two there. Anyway, that's me. I'm going. Leaving Dallas Fowler's picture up. Illuminati confirmed. I'm going to play my outro. I'll see you all in the week. Cook each. Stay up.